Initiating protocol polar opposites in 3, 2, 1. Engage.
You are now listening to The Polar Opposites with DJ Stormtrooper
and Ricky C.
Only on the Raider
88.1 FM.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It is Sunday, November 20th, 2016, 4 o'clock. You know what time it is. It's Polar Opposites time. I'm DJ Stormtrooper.
I'm Ricky C.
Who's ready for some Thanksgiving fun? Are you ready, Ricky C?
I'm just ready for Thanksgiving.
So you're not ready for the show at all?
Oh, yeah, I am.
Okay, good. See, we're on the same page for once. I can dig this.
Wow,
so,
that's a miracle.
We got some Thanksgiving stuff on the way, but first, let's open up with a useless fact of the day. Ricky C, what do we got?
All right, this is for all the salad lovers out there. Caesar salad has nothing to do with any of the Caesars. It was first concocted in a bar in Tijuana, Mexico in the 1920s.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, so it has nothing to do with...
So I thought it was going to be
Caesars.
like some cool backstory, like, oh, when they killed Caesar, they chopped him
named
up
a
and put him
salad
into like
after
a
him?
plant bowl. Yeah, and they called it Caesar salad, but it was just a bar in Tijuana?
Yeah, it was the
Really?
salad was made in a bar in Tijuana.
Maybe the guy's name, whoever
20s.
invented it, was like
Cesar?
Cesar or
Yeah,
something.
Cesar. Maybe people are just getting confused.
And then
with,
people just mispronounced it
yeah,
for
it's
80 plus years.
Cesar.
Cesar. So it's technically
Actually,
Cesar
yeah.
salad.
So technically, you call it Cesar salad, not Caesar. Cesar.
That's hard to
is a
say.
Spanish name.
I mean, that's difficult for people that can't roll their R's
Cesar.
correctly. Cesar. See, I mean, you can. You speak Spanish. I kind of speak it, so I can kind of say it.
You work at a restaurant, and both your parents speak Spanish, and you
Yeah, but we don't have, like, Caesar salad, though, at our
Cesar
restaurant.
salad. That should be a that should be a Mexican salad now. I think it's an. It's
Can we find, like, a picture
it's
of
an
the guy that
authentic-
invented
It's an
it?
authentic Mexican cuisine or dish, or whatever you want to call it. So it should be served at Mexican restaurants.
And call it Cesar
And
salad.
Cesar salad.
Okay, we'll start, like, not a GoFundMe, but, like, what are they called? Patreon? Like,
Patreon?
or,
Well,
like...
it is a or Kickstarter.
Or Kickstarter, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, one of those online petition things, basically, to say, change it to Cesar salad. So it's a
Cesar.
little more sophisticated. I
Yeah.
feel kind of fancy saying
So
it.
it's not in any way like Italian.
All right. So sorry for all you salad lovers out there.
Yeah, sorry
Didn't mean to burst your bubble.
It's actually a Mexican dish.
So start practicing your Spanish a little bit. Roll your R's a little bit. And,
Wow,
call it Cesar
actually,
salad.
That's an interesting fact. That one is actually not useless.
That's not completely useless.
Yeah, it's actually kind of useful.
All right.
So next time you go and order a Caesar salad, you're pronouncing it wrong, and you have been for your whole life. I mean, I'm guilty of it. I had no idea until now, and I actually had one today. I had a Caesar salad today for lunch,
There you go.
or Cesar salad.
But I mean, we got
Cesar
Thanksgiving. We got Thanksgiving coming up. Who eats a salad on Thanksgiving?
Oh,
Let's
no.
be honest with that.
No.
Nobody has a salad on Thanksgiving.
This is,
Otherwise, you're wrong.
I would call Thanksgiving week cheat week because God knows on Thursday I'm going to eat probably the world's weight in food.
Meat and carbs, that's what Thanksgiving's
Yep.
all about. Let's go ahead and do a little throwback on this music segment. This one's a little one by Evanescence you may all remember, Going Under. Don't go anywhere, folks. Welcome back, Facebook people.
John Bowling, he sent us a Wikipedia article. I can't access it because I don't know why my phone's not letting me open the link. So,
That's weird.
oh, whoops,
Oh.
that's my phone there.
There we go again
There
with
you
the
go.
echoes, man. The
All right.
voices. The voices,
So
they sound just like me.
I can't access this, so I'm just going to open it up in Wikipedia.
Okay, tell us what kind of article is it?
It's off of Wikipedia.
Oh, it's got to be trustworthy then, right?
I hope so.
You know what's weird? Why is it? Well, I mean, I know why, but it's kind of annoying how it's always like, hey, don't use Wikipedia as a source for your papers because that's too easy, even though it has everything you need and more. Whenever you're writing a paper, I don't know, that kind of grinds my gears a little bit.
It does. Here it says that Julia Child said that she had eaten a Caesar salad at
Julia
Hardini's
Childs.
restaurant when she was a child in 1920s. The documentation of Caesar salad dates to 1946, when the newspaper columnist Dorothy Kilgallen wrote, "The big food rage in Hollywood. The Caesar salad will be introduced to New Yorkers by Glamorous Steakhouse. It's in... It takes ages of preparing." Well, it doesn't really say, like...
But what is the point of this Wikipedia page?
To see, like, I guess it's to, read up more on the salad itself.
I wasn't that interested
Ah,
in the topic to begin
place
with.
of origin,
if I'm being
Mexico.
honest.
There it is. So,
It literally just confirmed what we
yeah.
just talked about.
Cesar Cardani. Who is this?
That-
Cesar Cardani.
is that the guy?
So he's from Italy, but he made it in Mexico. Okay. Odd.
Wait, so he's Italian?
Yes.
What? Okay, see, this just keeps unwrapping itself.
An Italian
man.
immigrant who operated restaurants in Mexico and the United States, Cardini was living in San Diego but also working in Tijuana when he avoided the restrictions of prohibition. His daughter Rosa recounted that her father invented the dish when a 4th of July 1924 rush depleted the kitchen supplies. Cardini made do with what he had, adding the dramatic flair of the tableside tossing by the chef. A number of Cardini's staff have said that they invented the dish. Okay, so it was invented by an Italian in Mexico, so maybe it is an Italian dish after all.
Who is this John Bowling, I may ask?
No.
Friend of yours?
Nope.
Random listener?
Don't know who he is.
Well,
Thanks for
thank you for
listening.
the article there. It's good to read up on the history of the origins of Caesar salad. Not that I honestly cared all that much. I thought it was just a one and done.
Still gonna
But
call it
anywho,
Caesar salad.
preview on to what's to come as far as topics for throughout the hour, Ricky C. What can the people expect?
We got an interesting burger combo here.
Burger combo.
Yes.
Ooh.
And then we have some baking soda
Bacon soda.
confusion.
I got bacon
And
soda.
a man who has been living under a rock for the past month or so. So
Literally?
yeah. Well,
Or
not
figuratively?
literally, but figuratively. Yes.
That'd have been cool. Like we just talk about a guy living under a rock. Because I mean, that's what we look forward to
I guess
after
that's
college.
why Patrick's dumb, because he lives under a rock. Funny, isn't it? Yeah, I know. I made that assumption myself.
Did you figure that out on your
Oh
own?
no,
or-
I've known it for years.
Okay, I figured. I'm like, that was kind of the whole point.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, good. I just, I didn't want that to be like an awkward, like, oh, you didn't know that. Okay.
Cesar salad.
So previously we had
Still
a little
gonna
bit
call
of
it
going
that.
under.
Still gonna call it Cesar salad.
Next up we got Love Bites, So Do I by Hailstorm playing right now. No, you can't hear it, but, again, so in case you're new to the Facebook audience, let me just explain.
no,
We're not allowed to legally play music over Facebook, so what we're doing to compensate for that is describing what you can expect if you go look these up on your personal playlist. So yeah, there's that.
You know, I just realized somebody took the "Don't feed the DJ" sign.
Dude, that's been gone for like 2 weeks. Did you
Wow.
just realize that?
Yeah, I just realized that.
Yeah.
Wow. Why? Wait, what?
Well, it's not like anyone's passing by. It's a Sunday. No one's here.
Yeah, but I mean, it still should be there. You know,
If you want to make it on your free time, go by all means,
I've
man.
made like 3 of those, and it keeps getting thrown away. Just like that twerk or treat poster that was right here.
Oh, well, I mean, I hated
And
that
apparently I
poster.
was a part of, because the dude's name was DJ Ricky.
Wow.
Yeah,
You have so much in common. You're like soulmates or something.
not really. I'm not a fan.
So, Facebook people, I don't know if y'all can see the title of the episode, but why don't you go ahead and share what your plans are for Thanksgiving, your meals, your plans, football, if you have any weird foods or traditions you have particularly. We'd love to hear about it. Maybe we'll read some of those on the air if we think they're funny and or cool or interesting.
If we think they're funny.
But if it's not and we don't, read it, then, still feel free to share it. Just don't get offended if we don't. But that's always a possibility. So yeah, go ahead and share your Thanksgiving plans with us.
I
We
don't
would
even
love to
think
hear what
we're
they are.
funny. So
I mean, I think I'm kind of funny.
Wow.
I guess ish. I don't know about you. You can speak for yourself. But don't drag me in on your.
Babbity-bab.
I don't know why you're scatting there, Ricky. See,
Why not?
what do you mean? Why not? I didn't say why you're scatting. I said I. Never mind. You know what, man? I don't even know. All right, y'all. Well, we got about 40 seconds left. Love Bites, So Do I by Hailstorm. Check it out. Great album. Great song. And what
Love
else?
Bites.
Got some other music stories, all that coming up later on, and some more Thanksgiving stuff coming on in the second hour, so get ready for all that. But we'll be preparing shortly for our first story, so don't go anywhere. Thanks for sticking with us. Love Bites. So do I by Hailstorm and Going Under by Evanescence. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Polar Opposites, and you came just in time if you're now joining us for our first crazy story of the day. Ricky C., what do we got first?
All right, well, this was a take on a traditional American dish, the hamburger, but the Russians are going to seem to take it to a whole another level here.
Those Russians.
Hot rat is hot right now. Moscow falls for the rodent burger. Forget kale, the season's foodie craze in Moscow is homegrown, affordable, and full of nutrients. It's the rat. Well, not quite a rat, but a nutria, a giant orange-toothed rodent, also known as a kapui or river rat.
The kapui?
And found in southern Russia, yeah.
I don't think I would eat anything called a kapui.
Well, I mean, it
sounds like something I'd left in the restroom earlier.
Wow.
Just saying.
Well, it does look like something that you would find in the restroom. The furry whiskered beast is finding its way onto plates of several Moscow restaurants this autumn. Eating rodents might conjure up ideas of starving peasants desperate to survive or Soviet citizens grimly making it through the siege of Leningrad. But 35-year-old chef and restaurant, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this dude's name, so we'll just call him T, has other ideas. He serves a nutria burger and a whole range of other rodent-based dishes in a sleeky designed eatery right in the center of Moscow.
So basically, this is just a rat sandwich.
Yeah, it's a rat sandwich. I mean,
it's some kind of craze going on in Moscow.
I don't know. It looks like a cheeseburger.
See, here's what I'm thinking.
What it
looks
happened.
Like. Well, you're showing me the side of it, so you can't see the actual sandwich. Ricky.
Well.
You got to scroll down in the middle there.
It's one of those like perspective kind of.
Oh, anyway, so here's my theory. Here's my theory about this sandwich. I think one of the cooks in the kitchen got lazy. He, was getting ready to head out. He's like closing down the shop, whatever, cleaning up, and he finds a dead rat.
Yeah, I was about to go there.
And he, still has the fryers on, hasn't quite turned it off yet. So he's like, you know what I'm going to try? I'm going to try throwing it in the fryer. See what happens. Stick it in a sandwich. I'm going to eat it. See what happens. Maybe we'll like it. I don't know. That's what I think. And then I guess he enjoyed it. He saw a friend's family liked it. Apparently they did. Maybe he didn't tell them it was a rat at first.
How about he's making a burger, right? And in the patties, there's a dead rat, but he doesn't realize it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he serves the dish to one of his comrades out in the diner, and the guy.
His comrades.
Yes.
Not all Russians are comrades.
Shut up.
That's racist.
And so he takes. Wow, racist. Would it be
stereotypical?
Culturalist? I don't know.
But you mean stereotyping?
Whatever. Man.
Don't hurt yourself, man. Continue your story. Please.
Anyways, he feeds one of the burgers to his comrades, and he finds a dead rat in it. And he goes and tells the owner of the restaurant, Mr. T, which isn't affiliated,
actual Mr. T.
Not affiliated with the actual Mr. T.
I pity the fool.
Yeah,
put this rat in my sandwich.
Yeah, I mean, and so
I would like to see a commercial of Mr. T eating a rat.
He used to do
sandwich.
the World of Warcraft commercials. Those are pretty cool.
He used to do a lot of things. Mr. T, dude.
Did he bite somebody's ear off? Am I thinking about the right person?
That's Mike Tyson.
Okay, I'm thinking of somebody
Two
else.
completely different people.
All right. Anyways, I'm not well versed in whatever. And so he tells Mr. T, the Russian version. All right. And he tells him that there's a rat in it. The guy freaks out. He's like, no. It was delicious. Let me have another one. And so he opens up a bar or a restaurant that serves rat burgers. And here I got a picture from Andrew Marks, who is sitting right here in the studio, and it doesn't look like this, an actual rat inside of a rat burger, as you can see. But
oh god,
yeah. I mean, would you eat it?
See, the thing is,
like a normal
with
burger.
any kind of mammal or anything, as long as you cook it correctly, you can eat it. So you know what? I feel like as long
Hold on.
as
Be
it's
careful,
cooked,
because humans are mammals, and so if you cook it correctly, would you eat it?
maybe.
Really? Yeah. You'd eat a person?
Maybe, if I'm hungry enough. For like zombie apocalypse, man, we haven't left the studio in days. We're locked in here.
And I die. You'd eat my corpse.
Probably.
Wow.
If I'm being honest, man, I got a big appetite.
Andrew says he wouldn't eat it.
You wouldn't do it?
No.
I'd probably do it.
I hate rats.
No, I'm talking about people. Like, would you eat a person?
Oh no, of course not.
No, okay. But would you eat the rat?
I mean, I wouldn't mind, experimenting.
I feel like I would try it. Like if I'm around the area, I feel like I would need to try it. At least.
Have you ever had armadillo?
No.
Like, would you ever eat armadillo?
Maybe. Because I know a lot of people do.
Yeah, it's like something... I've tried it, and it actually doesn't taste that bad. So,
Okay. I've had alligator before.
I've never had alligator.
Tastes just like chicken.
Yeah, but everybody says everything tastes just
No, like literally,
chicken.
though. Like, it was like one of the last things I did in San Antonio before I left to Lubbock, and
Wait,
it was fried.
Where did you get alligator in S.A.?
It was... I forgot the name of the place. It was like Gator something.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, yeah. It was not too far from our houses in San Antonio, but yeah,
What?
it was literally just tasted like fried chicken. It was
Really?
kind of weird. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Have you ever had bison?
No.
I haven't either. How about you, Andrew? Have you ever had bison?
I have. It's really good.
What's it taste like? Is it lean?
Yeah, it's very lean. It tastes like beef, but very lean.
I've had venison, quail. Quail's delicious.
Quail's good.
Yeah.
I like quail.
I can't... The weirdest thing I've ever eaten, I'd have to say, was probably armadillo. That's the
Armadillo.
weirdest thing I've eaten.
Duck.
No. Iguana. I've had iguana before. Yeah, it was weird.
Okay, we're getting off topic here, so let us know whether you're listening or watching on Facebook. Let us know if you would eat a rat sandwich. We'd like to hear your thoughts on that. Let's play a little bit of Two Door Cinema Club. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And Facebook people, keep on watching. All right, Facebook people, welcome back to this show. Outside of the show, Facebook exclusive. So, let us know if you guys would be willing to eat a rat.
A rat burger?
I think I would. By the way, thanks to Andrew Marks, who you just heard a moment ago, running Facebook Live for us. Really appreciate
His dirty hat.
taking his time outside of
You heard me.
football Sundays
It's a little,
to do our show.
white and crusty.
What's right and crusty?
Weathered.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Okay.
About 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The same hat?
Yep.
Oh.
10 years ago. That was...
I had this in high school.
Wow. When did you graduate high school?
Oh, wait.
Jesus. Graduated in 2013.
What a child.
Yeah, I'm a
Okay,
small
well,
boy.
I don't know what y'all are even talking about anymore. Okay, so that was our first story. Rat burgers, all that cool stuff, as you could tell from the title of our video. Ricky C., what's up next on the list of stories we got for today?
Baking soda confused for cocaine.
You know, I guess, color-wise and texture-wise, how that could be an honest mistake. Now, I'm wondering if they, try to
Snort
use
it?
the baking soda, or, they try to use the cocaine as baking soda, so, do whatever with it, or vice versa. They were, snorting baking soda when they thought it was cocaine.
So they were snorting bacon. Is what you're saying is
I'm wondering...
they thought they were supposed to buy cocaine, but accidentally bought baking soda?
I'm just wondering how you accidentally have cocaine instead of baking soda. Yeah, because you can legally buy baking soda anywhere, but you can't do that with cocaine. So what I'm thinking is that they're probably lying about, oh, we thought it was baking soda.
I'm pretty sure
come
you
on.
could smell baking soda. Baking soda has
Type of I accidentally grew a whole field full of marijuana. I thought I was just planting a garden with regular flowers. I didn't know. How do you not know that? Logically, it doesn't make much sense.
I mean, egg does kind of look the same, I guess.
What, the baking soda?
So does powdered sugar. Powdered sugar looks like cocaine.
Yeah, but the baking soda and the package, they have the logo and the brand on it. Cocaine doesn't really have that, or at least not anything you could pick up at a store.
Brand of cocaine.
It's I was just going to Walmart looking for some
Coke-X.
baking soda, and I accidentally got a pound
Whoops,
of
I
cocaine.
came out of Walmart with a bag of cocaine. I don't know.
I don't know what happened. I just tried to use it for baking soda, and it was cocaine, and I got hyped up on it.
How do you think...
That doesn't happen.
Do you think Coke got the name, cocaine? What came first, cocaine or Coca-Cola? Coke, which Coke came first is what I'm asking.
Well, I mean, probably the cocaine.
So then
Probably.
So why...
Because Coca-Cola takes, other kinds of chemicals and artificial stuff to make it.
So
I mean,
cocaine came before Coca-Cola.
probably, yes.
And so why...
I don't know that for certain.
Why is Coke named Coke? They're both spelled the same.
I couldn't tell you, man. I'm not an encyclopedia. I wish I had these answers.
I'm gonna Google that.
You go ahead and Google. Well, you got about 4 minutes to do so before we go back into.
Wow, that's a long.
But That's plenty of time. So, I guess we'll get down to the gritty details of this story coming up. But I don't know. I have all sorts of questions that are going unanswered, and it's very head-scratching.
Okay, well, here it is. While
Okay.
the Coca-Cola company officially denies the presence of cocaine in any of its products, past or present, historical evidence suggests that the original Coca-Cola did in fact contain cocaine.
What's the source?
This is off of Live Science.
Live.
Yes. Coca-Cola was first created
Don't know if I
in
can believe that.
1886 by Atlanta pharmacist John Pemberton.
You could confirm that with multiple sources, but yeah.
All
But
right.
I don't know about that. It seems a little too convenient.
I am going to...
I mean, a lot of what Coca-Cola does is kind of in secrecy and everything. Like, only 2 people have the actual
Only 2
secret
people
formula.
know, yeah. And they never fly together. They always fly in separate
Just in case they
planes.
both,
Just in case one dies. So that they don't...
that'd be bad.
yeah.
Because then we can't have Coke products.
Man, now I really want a Coke.
I had one earlier.
I haven't
It was
had
pretty
Coke in... Really? Like for lunch?
Yeah, we were at Pie 5. We're at Pie 5 earlier. It's great. If you haven't been there, not a sponsor. Neither is Coke, by the way. Not that they would after, talking about Coca-Cola and cocaine
Somebody
within the
said
same
we're on
conversation.
thin ice.
Thin ice? Who
Yes.
says we are on
I'm
thin
going to
ice?
say it's Austin Adams or Andrew Marks.
Austin.
Austin? Okay.
We're probably on thin ice. It's Facebook. We could talk about these kind of things. It's not like we're doing it, people. Come on. It's a family show.
Thin
it's a family
ice.
show. Kinda. Ish.
A family show.
Family show, man. Alright, well. Rat burgers, man. Rat burgers with a nice Coca-Cola. It'd probably wash down a nice hearty rat burger with a nice Coca-Cola. Sounds like a pretty good lunch to me.
Coca-Cola from Mexico is the best because they use cane sugar.
They got
And
that
not
real
artificial.
sugar.
No, but now they sell Coca-Cola Life, I think is what it's called.
Coca-Cola
the
Life.
green label has cane sugar now. You know what I'm talking about, right, Andrew? Yeah. So they sell it now here. It's just named differently, but in Mexico, it
They also
already
have
changed.
Pepsi Throwback, which is real sugar.
Why don't they?
Now I want
They
a
need to
soda.
keep Crystal Pepsi like as a thing now, because now I'm craving that.
They're probably just using it as an experiment, though. They're probably going to bring it back
I hope so, man. That stuff
during the
is
summer or
delicious.
something. Probably during the summer. It wouldn't make much sense to do it now. But, like, as a summer trend, everyone's at home, school, they're making
It's good
Walmart runs.
advertising. Yeah.
Probably make a little more sense because it's hot.
It tastes better than a normal Pepsi. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like a placebo thing, but I think it tastes better.
Might be a placebo thing.
Yeah.
But it's cool because, you would expect some kind of lemon lime.
They should make a
Kind of deal.
Coca-Cola like Shrek
Coca what
edition.
now?
Coca-Cola Shrek.
You
It's
said
supposed to be
Coca-Cola
green.
or something.
Yeah, Nuka-Cola.
Get your Coca-Cola.
You remember when they used to make green ketchup from when Shrek came out?
That was so off topic. Okay. Yeah, I do remember that, though.
That was awful. When everything was green,
It just tasted like ketchup. It was just
Everything was
ketchup with
Shrek.
food coloring.
they had like green mac and cheese.
Well, they had other ones. They had,
They had
like,
Twinkies with green filling.
purple
They
ketchup,
do,
too.
yeah, they do it for the Hulk too. They do it for the. I remember when the Hulk movie came out, the first one, like from 2003, the awful one.
That was terrible.
Yeah, they also came out with like purple and green ketchup. It was weird.
Yeah, that's... Man, why did we eat that?
Yeah, and I
Probably
hate
got
it.
cancer from eating that at some point. We talk a lot about consuming things that give us cancer. Anyway, we got about 30 seconds. Baking soda / cocaine stories on the way next. Don't go anywhere. At 6 a.m. by Fits and the Tantrums and Changing of the Seasons by Two Door Cinema Club. Speaking of changing of the seasons, this weather's been pretty nice for the most part this week. It's been cool. It's been cold throughout the couple days. Today was actually particularly warm, which, it wasn't too bad, though. It was tolerable.
It's getting colder as the days go by, progress.
It-
I'm just
it
hoping for like a.
Took
snow
friggin' long enough. It's November 20th. We're at the tail end of November now.
day.
And
Means
it's
global
barely getting
warming
cold.
is real.
I guess so. Shout out to you, Leo,
Al Gore.
if you're
Al Gore,
watching.
you. Shout out to Al Gore. For,
Not that they're watching our crappy show anyway. But
Yeah,
so
cool.
Ricky C, have you ever gone to the store to pick up, let's say, baking soda, right?
Yeah.
You're getting baking soda for whatever you're using it for, but you accidentally come home with a large amount of cocaine. Has that ever happened to you?
I can't say it has, but it has happened, or maybe it has happened to this couple here, which has baking soda confused for cocaine, lands innocent couple behind bars. This happened in Fort Chaffee, Arkansas. The inside of a jail cell is by no means a welcoming place. After all, it's where we house the guilty, but sometimes it's also where we house the innocent. Quote, when you start talking about a Schedule I controlled substance, you're talking about a major case, recalled the Fort Chaffee Police Chief Chick Bowen of a case he responded to back in May 8th, 2016. The police of Fort Chaffee thought they'd hit the mother lode. Gal Griffin and her husband Wendell Harvey have been driving trucks together since 2009.
They're both truck drivers.
Yes, and they hauled
Romantic.
explosives for the military, a job that required high security clearance and
Wow, this
righteous
really took a turn.
background check. However, back in May at the gates of Fort Chaffee, a routine inspection turned into a real-life nightmare. Quote, I used baking soda for everything, said Griffin. In fact, she buys it in bulk at Costco, but rather than taking the tub on a cross-country haul, Gail stores them in some sandwich bags, which often accumulate through their sleeper trailer. So I can
Okay,
see...
so they were putting it into this. Okay,
And
this
that-
is starting to make more sense.
Yeah, so...
Okay.
Quote, I saw the guy hand out a bag of baking soda outside the driver's door, and I told him that that's just baking soda, and I think that's when it started, said Wendell Harvey. The Fort Chaffee police were suspicious of the powdery white substance, so they called the narcotics unit from the Barling Police Department for help. Quote, we tested it 3 times out for 2 different kinds to make sure we weren't having any issues, and each time we got positive for controlled substance, said Chief Bowen. Quote, they thought we had like 13.22 ounces of cocaine, and the guy said I had over $3,000 worth in cocaine.
That's a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
It's a lot of drugs, okay.
And so, quote, we're not chemists. We don't roll with a chemistry set in the back of a police car, explained Chief Bowen. Right now, that $2 test is all officers in the field have to determine controlled substance. So it was a false negative. And it says the Public Defense Commission is hoping to change the rules in Arkansas so a public defender is assigned to each qualifying case within 72 hours of arrest. Right now, no rules govern that in Arkansas. For Wendell and Gal, it took almost a month for them to get an attorney assigned, and had that happened sooner, they might have spent less time in jail.
So they were trying to do all the procedures to kind of make sure, like, hey, we didn't have anything to do with this. This is not ours.
Right.
Somebody put it here.
Right.
Okay. But they still got arrested anyway.
Yep.
Okay,
And
see,
they
now...
got tested for false negatives.
See, I'm glad we got to the details of the story, because before, when we were just on Facebook, we were kind of speculating, like, oh, well, they're probably just lying. They probably thought, like, oh, I thought it was baking soda when I went to the store. But this makes sense.
Why do you have to put them in sandwich bags, though, you know? Like, that already looks kind of fishy. If you don't want, like, a cop to be like, yo, what's this? You know, and they have every right to suspect it.
I guess it has something to do with the truck driving.
Can you imagine if, like,
business,
they
I don't
rolled up in,
know.
like a tub full of baking soda and they thought it was cocaine? Like, that would have
That
been
could've
even
been bad.
worse. Yeah.
And I'm sure they do, like, a quick little chemical check. You know, they run some kind of, I forgot the name of what it's called. They run it through, test it, you know.
Apparently it's not as reliable if they got these 2 people in jail for no
It's
reason.
true. It's true, man. That sucks for those guys. But yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Like, it sounds like it was bound to happen, because you also mentioned that they also drove, like, explosives.
Yeah,
and that kind of stuff.
they transported explosives for the U.S. military.
See, if we're kind of talking stuff like that, you know, I'm sure the cartel
How
kind of
about
slips in a bag or 2 of cocaine in there. You know, things get mixed up. They're trying to transport. You know, it sounds like a really cool, like, crime story sort of
Isn't
thing.
that romantic, though? They've been
exciting.
transporting
It's like a
explosives.
really weird romantic
This should make a movie.
comedy. I was gonna say romantic comedy, but it's not really funny that much. But what's it called? An action romance movie, I guess.
An action romance movie.
Yeah, you never seen that?
Isn't that like James Bond, essentially?
Not really, because James Bond just like sleeps with him. Okay, better
like,
go
well, I mean,
back
I'm
to my
sure
mission,
he's
and then
had-
they die.
He's had, you know, women that he's loved and that died.
Oh, I mean, he's had women, but there wasn't much loving going on, if you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, one or two at least.
It was for the sexual thrill.
I guess you could maybe incorporate it as like a little bit of explosive action romance.
Okay, stop. You know, this is getting out of hand. I'm afraid we're like one bad joke away from like ruining the whole show. So, nothing to do with the topic. Anyways, so if you're a truck driver, double check what you got because you never know if it could land you in
don't
jail.
transport baking soda in bags that look like cocaine anywhere.
Anywhere. So just make sure it's in the proper packaging. I guess it's just the story,
but then
the
that
lesson
means
to be
you could
learned.
transport cocaine in Arm and Hammer boxes, and it would just look this like baking soda.
Are you insinuating that this is what people
No, I'm
should
just
do?
saying like it was probably already.
We
been
don't
done.
promote the use of drugs, Ricky C. Not on this show.
Either way, it's a lose-lose because the chemical tests are gonna like prove that it's actually cocaine when it's not. So either way, everybody loses. How about that?
All right, sounds good to me. Everybody loses. Drugs are bad, kids. Here's a little bit of Black Crowes, Hard to Handle. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few. Facebook people, keep on watching. Welcome back, Facebook people. Trying to scat Hard to Handle now? Alright. Well, anyway, welcome back to Facebook Exclusives on Polar Opposites, the show outside of the show. Is what I'm going to call from now on, just because I don't know what else to call
The outside show.
The outside. Well, speaking of outside, there goes Andrew Marks. Oh, he's making a threatening sign. Andrew Marks just threatened to kill Ricky C right here in the studio. He's got a key to the station, so whatever you did to piss off Andrew Marks, you done messed up.
I told him that I didn't want him to bring pickles to the house next.
When we have a little Christmas party,
yeah,
should be fun. Looking forward to that.
not the pickles.
Yeah, we're having a little KTXT staff member kickback party at our place, karaoke, all that fun stuff. Maybe a couple board games and stuff in between. Should be a grand little old time.
Yeah,
Grand little all time.
We're gonna have Santa Claus over, and by Santa Claus I mean DG. He's gonna dress up as Santa Claus.
Is that some kind of joke that I'm not even gonna go there?
What do you mean? I'm just saying.
Never mind. So you're saying DG should come dressed up?
Santa Claus, and then Josh should come dressed up as an elf.
I don't know. I don't think. See, DG as Santa Claus, I can see that. Josh as an elf, I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know if he'd be down for that. I don't know. You could ask him outside. I don't know if Laura's still watching. Is Laura still watching?
I don't think so.
Laura, if you're still watching, you should ask Josh if he's down to
dress up
as an elf during the Christmas party. We'd love to. That'd be funny, though. I really hope.
I'd love that.
So, what's our next story, Ricky C? What can the people expect?
We got a man living under a rock for the past month during the election. So if that's any indication of what is going to happen.
It's going to get pretty interesting. All right, let's see. Let's check up on our Facebook audience. So, according to mine, we got 5 people watching. 2 of which are in here. Not a whole lot, but it's a Sunday. People watching football. I get it. It's fine. This is a sacrifice.
Here's a good one. How about Subway or Quiznos?
Oh, we've had this discussion. Yeah, we've actually been having this debate around the office.
All the way, man. And
definitely Quiznos.
Like,
Are you kidding me?
There's no competition.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just better.
I forgot what's. Oh no, I know. Okay, so I was having Quiznos, right? And Brandon, host of Beats with Big Poppy on Wednesdays, he and I were just kind of chilling, and he was like, "Hey man, what you eating?" I told him what I was eating, all that stuff, yada yada, and somehow we got into a debate about Quiznos and Subway, to which I said Quiznos was the better of the two.
Absolutely.
And
Which
then Ricky C also said it was the better of the two. And so we just kind of started this whole debate around the office.
We agree on.
Yeah.
Quiznos is better than Subway. I still eat Subway. I'm not hating on it. I'm just if I was presented with an option, definitely Quiznos.
And then also, DG chimed in on it.
What
and
was
he
his
said
reasoning? But he said
no.
he said to check who owns Quiznos.
Yeah, he said check who owns Quiznos. So I was like, okay. So I googled it, and it was like the Doctors Association, whatever. I'm like, okay, funny coincidence. But you could ask anyone that works at Subway. That ain't fresh. That meat ain't fresh. Looks sketchy, man.
What was the reason behind the Quiznos one?
What do you mean for Quiznos?
Who owns it? Who owns it?
No, he's asking who owns Subway.
Who owns Subway?
And it was like the Doctors Association,
Of
something,
sandwiches?
something. Not of sandwiches, but just it was like something a Doctors Association, whatever.
What
And
does that have to do with him choosing Subway?
it doesn't. That was my point. I was like, okay, well, if you're trying to make the argument that it's healthier, it's definitely not, because I've known people that have worked at Subway, and they could tell you firsthand that ain't fresh. Their meat's kind of sketchily made. It's not like horrible for you,
I
obviously.
still eat it.
Like, I still eat it from time to time.
Yeah.
But if we're talking that healthy option, like,
Nah.
Quiznos, they do a better job cooking it. None of these are sponsors, by the way. But I mean, free sandwiches. You want to hook it up.
Yeah, for real.
So we've been having this debate, to which I think most of us around here have said Quiznos, mostly. So if you're watching on Facebook, let us know
Definitely
your
Quiznos.
thoughts. Quiznos or Subway.
The thing is like,
Choose
there's no,
wisely.
like, I haven't found a standalone Quiznos in Lubbock besides the ones here on campus.
Yeah, we have a couple
I
on
haven't even
campus.
found them anywhere else.
They're just all kind of going away. They're all getting bought out because Subway is, obviously makes more money, so they have more resources and things like that. And some of them are just turning into other sandwich shops.
Alex Brown says Quiznos.
Yeah, I mean, easy. I mean, why is this even a debate? Like, Quiznos is far better. It's fresher. They toast their sandwiches better.
Their vinaigrette is
just better.
bomb.
Not hating on Subway. I eat there sometimes, but Quiznos is better.
Like, was it the big steak sandwich, whatever, from Subway or Quiznos?
The big steak sandwich.
Yeah, it has like steak and like Swiss on it. It's a Swiss steak or steak Swiss sandwich, whatever. Delicious,
Yeah,
and it tastes better than the steak at at Subway. I don't even know if they have steak at Subway.
What if you threw a rat? What if Quiznos? You saw an ad on TV today that says, "Try the all-new Quiznos rat sandwich." Like, would you try it?
Probably. Man.
I'd probably try it.
It's Quiznos.
I mean, how could I not? How could I not?
Quiznos, man. You kidding me?
Yeah, throw some ranch, some cheese on there, some provolone.
Yeah, honestly,
There's some
if you could
provolone in
throw
there, I'd chow
cheese
down.
and ranch on anything, and it would taste okay.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Except on a pickle. You can throw anything on a pickle. You could throw a mile of cheese on top of a pickle, and I will not eat it. I despise pickles more than anything.
What if I gave you... I'm trying to think of a good incentive, not like outrageous. So what if I said, "Hey man, I'll give you $1,000 if you eat an entire jar of pickles."
An entire jar.
Yeah. Got 50 seconds.
$1,000. That's not even a lot of money anymore.
$1,000? I mean, you could spend on something. I don't know.
I throw it in my tuition.
You can do whatever you want. It's $1,000. Would
All
you
right,
do
how
it?
big's the jar? And what kind of pickle?
Like a
is it?
normal...
All right, is it whole
I
or
don't study up on my
sliced?
different size. The whole jar. Of
No, but
just
like a
entire
whole
pickles.
pickle
Yeah.
or sliced pickles?
Yeah. Should do it.
Whole pickles.
Yes. 30
How many
seconds.
pickles are inside?
Just, would you do it or not? We're running out of time here. You got 20 seconds. And
No.
my computer's blacking out on
wouldn't
me.
do it.
You wouldn't do it?
I hate pickles.
$1,000?
Would you do it?
I'd probably do it. $1,000. I'm more greedy than I am. But anyway, we got 10 seconds. I'm going to
But
switch it
Andrew
on
eat
back.
pickles for free.
Here comes Andrew Marks. Hopefully he doesn't kill Ricky Steve in the next few
Yeah.
minutes.
Oh yeah.
All right. Switch it on back. Don't go anywhere. Are You Gonna Be My Girl
No.
by
No.
Jet? You're not gonna be my girl?
No,
Why not?
because I don't want to.
You don't want to be my girl?
You're ugly.
Wow, that hurts my feelings, Ricky C. Anywho, aside from the verbal abuse, what do we have coming up next for this segment?
Burnswick man still doesn't know who won the presidential election.
Still, like, right now he doesn't?
Yes, a month in, or I'm not
How
a
do you,
month
how do you
in.
not know this?
A few weeks in.
Okay.
Man doesn't know. So Americans found out who won the presidential election over a week ago. But the suspense of the race's outcome continues for one Burnswick man. Joe Chandler said he still doesn't know the next president of the United States will be, and doesn't want to know yet. Chandler believes he may be the
How?
only lucid adult, in quotation marks, walking around who is oblivious about who is now the president-elect. Quote, "I'm sort of protesting the whole debacle that our political system has devolved into, which I elect not to be a part of," Chandler said. The The artist who draws poster calendars did vote, and he cares about the country. But Chandler said he doesn't care to whom the outcome of such a divisive election when he knew neither majority party candidate was someone he wanted to see elected.
Wrong.
Yes.
Wrong.
Trump, he is indeed wrong.
Wrong.
So, I mean, how do you not...
What I don't
to this day,
understand
they
is,
even
like,
did an interview with the guy.
Yeah, he voted, but
No one dropped any hints or anything. Like,
I wonder what he voted for if he doesn't care.
he probably didn't vote at all if he doesn't know who
Said
won.
he voted.
He did. So how do you not know then? I don't understand how you go without knowing who got elected. It's kind of like the most important thing that's happened within the past 4 years.
Past century. The past 300 and 200 years.
Okay,
that
relax.
America's
Relax,
been around.
not quite that bad. But, I think it was Nick Saban said, like, he completely forgot there was an election.
Who?
Head football coach of Alabama.
What?
He says, like, he didn't know, which I'm not buying that at all. I think that doesn't
How do you
make...
forget that there's an election?
Because,
He's too busy with winning.
I mean, that's stupid. I don't buy that for a second. Especially if you're in Alabama. Like, who do you think everyone's going to support in Alabama? Like, come on. You didn't see one person walking around with a Trump shirt? I don't
Or
buy
talk
it.
about it?
I don't buy it,
At a
Saban.
college? At a college? Come on.
Yeah, I don't buy it for a second. But how does this dude not know? It's in Brunswick.
Yeah, it's in, hold on, give me just
You
a
said
second.
Brunswick,
yes.
I don't get how you, not even like if you watch TV or the internet, right? Like the day after you go to the store or you go pick up lunch, you go to work or something, everyone's going to be talking about it. Everyone's still talking about it. How do you not know? Either he's a liar and just trying to make a point, or this dude is just dumb. I'm sorry. You have to be literally dumb.
I say liar. I don't buy it.
You're going with the
buy it.
liar
I
option?
don't buy it.
Yeah, I don't buy
There's
it.
no way. The man,
I don't buy it.
The man has to watch TV, listen to the radio, get on
Read a
the
newspaper.
internet.
If it
get-
got
get
enough
on a newspaper.
tension for him to have an article about himself out there, he has to know at this point.
There's no
Like a relative didn't
feasible
text him at all or call him and be like,
Or maybe,
oh man,
maybe
Trump
he's
won.
waiting
We're
for all
doomed,"
the electoral
you know?
votes to come in, because I mean those have been taking forever to come in for some reason.
Yeah, not that it really matters at
Not
this
that it
point
really
anyway.
matters
He has
anymore.
enough.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Or,
So it really isn't gonna, how much people whine about
which
it.
I think that we should wait until all votes come in, but that's just me. That's a different subject.
But even so, like, how do you not know? Does he know who ran?
Yeah, he knows who ran.
Okay.
He just doesn't know who won.
I don't get that. I'm not buying it. Not buying it.
I'm not buying it either.
I think he's just being stubborn and trying to prove a point and send a message about our political system.
But
Which,
then
I
again-
mean, if that's the case, then,
I feel
do
like,
you.
I feel like
Whatever.
everybody
You're entitled.
is, though, now for that reason. you
For
know?
what?
Everyone's trying to prove a point.
I
and
mean,
stuff like that.
I guess, but everyone knows who. So I think the dude's just a freaking liar. I don't buy it. I don't buy that he has no clue or like, oh, I refuse to find out. Like, you have to know.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, whether or not he believes it or not is a whole other story, but I don't believe it for a second. I think he's a liar. That's my
Wrong.
conclusion.
So where was this again?
Wrong.
Bushwick, Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's
Brunswick.
Georgia.
Well,
Brunswick,
Trump
Georgia.
won Georgia, so more likely he was
Yeah.
voting for Trump. So he probably didn't believe that he could win, and he doesn't want to know because he probably thinks Hillary is president.
Probably.
Still, though, there's like no feasible way that that's possible
I just-
because you'd have to know, man.
Like,
and,
I'm
if,
trying-
and if Georgia voted is swayed towards Trump, you would think that everyone in there would be like, "Hey, guess who won? The person that we voted for." You know.
Whoa, I don't buy it.
Wrong.
You're wrong, Mr. What's his face? I forgot the
Wrong.
dude's name. Irrelevant. He's a liar. Not going to tolerate it. Let's go ahead and go to a quick music break. This one is the XX called Chain. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few with some shoutouts on the way. Welcome back, Facebook people, to the Polar Opposites Facebook exclusive show, the show outside of the main show. Meanwhile, Ricky C is doodling some kind of... What you working on there, Ricky C?
I don't know. Rafflecopter? You ever hear of that? The
Rafflecopter. What are we in,
The
2007?
Rafflecopter?
It's an aggressive hot dog. That's what he's drawing.
Oh my God! Thank you. That's what I'm gonna draw right now.
You're going to draw an aggressive hot dog?
An angry little hot dog.
Okay, so let me give you a couple of me give you some context for those of y'all that are like, what are you talking about hot dogs for? So a couple days ago, I think it was before Brandon's show.
Nick's.
It was before Nick's show.
Nick's show was going on.
Yeah, it was Nick Hayes' show this past Monday. You could catch that at 1 o'clock every Monday. So he was doing a show. Does his normal deal. He plays some music, DJ, talk about music, kind of joke around with whoever's in here. Typical stuff, right? And so Ricky C was over here chilling in the chair while he was doing a show. Andrew is where Ricky's sitting now. And I was also kind of just chilling in here. I wasn't really contributing much to the conversation or anything. But right before Nick was about to go on air to do his segment, he even said, hey, Mike's about to go hot in about 10 seconds, whatever he said. So he clearly gave, the heads up, like, hey, about to go on, shut up. But Ricky C keeps talking about an aggressive hot dog.
I forgot where. Do you remember how I came up with
you were coming up with some sort of story.
Like a band name or something like on Rock Band when you were a teenager or something, or something about aggressive. I don't know.
Yeah, it was something.
About a band name.
It was completely stupid, all right? And so Nick already gave the heads up like, hey, Mike's about to go hot. And then Ricky Z just going on about this hot dog. He won't shut up.
No, but
and so
you said it on air. Yeah, he's like the first thing you heard going on air was
aggressive hot dog. And Nick was just completely thrown off. He's like, yeah, so anyway, here's this story. Like, completely threw him off his game. He was trying to go into a completely different topic, and then the first thing you hear as soon as he turns on the mic, aggressive hot dog, and Nick was just like, anyway, it's completely froze. So I felt so bad. I'm like, damn it, Ricky.
Here is the aggressive hot dog.
Okay, what is he? Is he holding a gun?
He's holding a gun.
Here, go ahead and show that to the camera. You can't really see. You got to stand up for this one. So Ricky C drew an aggressive hot dog, which we've been talking a little bit about. There you go. He wrote that on our top 100 song list prepared by Coca. So goes to show how seriously Ricky C takes that list. Yeah, no offense to you, Coca.
Well, I mean it's a dead list anyway.
No, yeah, I totally get you. You also got Lamau Rafflecopter with the aggressive hot dog. Who's he shooting at, Ricky C?
He's shooting at all the evil relish people. I don't know, man.
The evil relish.
Yeah, is it
people.
relish made out of isn't it like pickles in it, or is it celery?
I don't know.
Relish.
Pickles. It's pickles. Yeah. That's probably why I hate it. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. Right now playing over the airs, if you were listening to the audio stream.
You don't like relish, but you like pickles.
Is Man on the Moon by Zella Day. Ricky C, you picked out this song. How would you best describe this song?
It is, Zella Day is, she has, I think, 1 or 2 albums. I think she's up and coming up with, Lana Del Rey and, it's kind of like Ellie Goulding, essentially. She sounds kind of like, Springtime Carnivore, which is another kind of up and coming lady indie star. I like her a lot. I also like Springtime Carnivore, but it's just a nice, soothing kind of indie pop song for those of you listening.
Right, just so
likes that kind of vibe.
Check that out for all you indie pop fans out there. Add it to your Spotify, iTunes playlist, whatever. Get you a little bit of the sounds of the polar opposites. Wow. Take it with you on the go. We were supposed to make a Spotify playlist for the show. We didn't really get around to it. A lot of it because we do Facebook Live stuff. We were kind of focusing on like, okay, how are we going to make this Facebook stuff work? What are we going to talk about in between our segments? Things like that. So I guess we just kind of lost track. But maybe for season 6, since we only got... Gosh, I think we only have 1 episode left, Ricky, see?
No, we don't.
I think so because, like, December 2nd, as far as everything at the station goes, it's like our last day. Like, December 2nd, and then from that point on, it's just Christmas music until next semester. So, which December I think that's 2nd. On a Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
It is on a Friday.
Yeah, so I think...
It'll be the last GMTT as well.
So it'll be last GMTT. It'll be the last Polar Opposites, both of which you need to check out. Polar Opposites, we're going to get someone here as a special guest. I don't know what exactly. Ricky got to do a little bit of planning, put on a cool show for you guys. But don't worry. We'll come up with a cool way to end the
really
season 5.
To get Prof Hill back, but he just won't respond. If
Prof
you're listening,
Hill.
Prof Hill, please.
Come on, man. We want you back. We
all
need to catch up.
We have like this very special kind of idea that we want to incorporate with you.
But he ain't answering.
He doesn't want to be a part of it. So any of the band people listening, and I know there's quite a few of you, please get in contact with Prof. Hill and tell him.
And if you have any ideas like, hey, you guys should do this for your season 5 finale, then, we're open to suggestions. We'd love to hear what you guys want to see or hear and all that cool stuff. So feel free to lend us a hand for that. That would be really helpful for you guys. But as of yet, we don't have anything specifically planned. I mean, in all honesty, when we plan for these things, it's usually the night before or like the morning of. It's kind of last minute sort of. I know it's kind of bad, but I mean, we've gotten to the rhythm of it to where we can just kind of.
It's just that easy now.
Yeah, so it's kind of easy, yeah, as Ricky C mentioned. So, but we want to take the time to plan that ahead of time. So please give us suggestions if you have any. We got about 16 seconds left in the song. Thanks for listening to our ramblings on Facebook Live. We got shout-outs on the way. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
All right, we are live. I just thought I'd play around with that. I like messing around with the sound effect.
Yeah, looks like you're like a little infant playing with a toy.
Hey, it's a fun toy. Automation software stuff. So, welcome back to the show, y'all. KTXT The Rare, 88.1 FM. It's the Polar Opposites. We're back for our shout-out segment. Ricky C., who's a special listener out there? Who you got?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm not really sure entirely. I'm going to shout out my little, well, he's not little anymore. Juan Jose listens to the show often. He's been listening since, our conception here at the Polar Opposites. Man, he's grown. Remember when he used to be just a small little kid? Now he's 16 years old. So, I mean, to me, he's still a little baby. He's still a little baby to me, and he always will be. So appreciate you listening to the show, man. And I'm just going to shout out my family for listening in. Can't wait to see you guys here in the next couple of days to gorge myself and talk about, just ready for the good old traditional Hispanic roasting that's going to come on here in Thanksgiving. So.
What's your roasting?
Huh?
What's your roasting?
What do you mean, what am I roasting?
What are you roasting?
Probably a turkey.
Oh, okay.
Roast turkey? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I don't know how you do it with your Thanksgiving plans, but I mean, that's cool and all. All right. So, I'm just going to go ahead and give a general, broad, hey, everyone, thanks. So, hey, everyone, thanks for your continued support, for listening, for watching, all that cool stuff. I know Season 5 has been, I would say, our most successful season yet. We've done a lot of cool things with the show, lots of cool music, lots of cool new content, lots of new ideas, all that fun stuff. The big one, obviously, being Facebook Live, which we were just talking about a few minutes ago with our Facebook audience. But that's been a big deal for us, getting these episodes, and we can just share it, and it's easy for you guys to access if you're just browsing your Facebook while watching the show or what have you. So it's been a cool way, but thank you to everyone. Thank you to my family specifically. Can't wait to see you guys in a few days for Thanksgiving. Can't wait to just pig out, talk about our lives, and watch lots of football, other cool stuff as is tradition. Black Friday is also on the way.
Oh, boy.
Gonna buy some cool little kitties for Christmas, so that's going to be fun. But, shout out to everybody, all the listeners, all the viewers, all you cool people in your cars, on radios, whatever the case may be. Thank you for continuing to support the show. Thank you for continuing to support the station. If you want to further your support, you can check out all of our social media outlets for the station at the Raider 881. That's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Remember, all at the Raider 881. Also, don't forget to check our social media pages specifically for the Polar Opposites. We got that on Twitter at polar_opposites. And we also have that at facebook.com/polaroppositesktxt. You can check out some of our past episodes posted there in case you weren't able to listen to it live. You can go back and check out the show for yourself via Facebook video stream. So go ahead and check that out. Thanks once again. Have a happy Thanksgiving. We still got another hour, so don't go anywhere just yet. We got some awesome stuff on the way. Let's go ahead and throw it back. I think you even remember the song, Ricky C.
Ooh,
it's called Cold by Crossfade.
Oh, my God.
You remember what song I'm talking about. It's a great song. We'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere, folks. Welcome back, Facebook people. Alright, who is watching? I have a grand total of 2 people watching. Okay, someone's
It's
commenting.
you and my mom.
Somebody's commenting on the KTXT page, and I don't know who it is.
I'm pretty sure it's Austin.
Okay.
He's in Belize.
He is?
Yeah.
When does he come? Oh, he's gone, right? For like the week?
I guess.
Why is he in Belize? Austin, why are you in Belize? We wanna
Austin,
know
why are you
you're-
never here? Is the question.
Slacker.
What a...
The nice.
you're on thin
Super
ice.
thin ice.
The ice is super thin. What was I going to say? So, quick preview for what's to come on our awesome story segment. Ricky C, what can they expect for our beautiful Facebook
We
audience?
have a reboot of the Mortal Kombat movies, which hopefully I pray to God that they're not as bad as the ones in the 90s. Then we
That's
have
part of what made it so great, though, because of how bad it was.
how awful it was.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of like, oh, look how bad. You know, those movies that are, like, so bad they're good. I don't know. I view kind of the Mortal Kombat movies like that.
Like Howard the Duck.
Like Howard the Duck. There you go.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen in years. I barely remember any of it. I was a little kid.
We only have 2 stories here. You sent me 2.
There was
Hardwired to Self-Destruct, the Metallica one, and then you...
there was another one we talked about. I forgot to get a link for. Kong.
Kong, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that was...
I guess if you want to pull that up in the meantime, since I forgot.
I'll just talk about it, because I saw the trailer, and oh my god. It's amazing.
Oh.
It looks like there's a lot of monsters in it.
So, got lots of cool reboots. And then
That
obviously...
reminds me of, this is just going off topic, do you remember that game, War of the Monsters, for PS2?
I feel like we've talked about this on many occasions. But yeah.
I don't know, for some reason, because they had the big giant gorilla. I forgot what it was called. And I would always play
Probably
with the
something
robot.
Kong.
Was it? God,
I think it was like... obviously it was like
I
some
had
kind
that
of spin-off.
game. I just can't find it anywhere. And I've been dying to play it because I have my PS2.
It was a great game.
It was
really
a great
was.
game.
I remember playing that all the time with my brother
War of
back
the
when we had a
Monsters.
PS2. Ugh, man, time flies. That game... How old is that game?
Oh, God. Well, here we go. You won't believe how old it is. Let's go ahead and play.
Time to play. How old is that thing? Oh, boy. I don't know if I'm ready for this one, y'all.
All right.
Also, can you give me a quick song? Because we forgot to fill out one of the songs.
Oh, my God.
How old is it?
Oh, my God. The game
96, right?
came out in 2003.
Oh.
Oh,
I
God.
used to play Mortal Kombat on Sega, like, back in the mid-90s.
Jesus.
Oh, I mean, we were talking about War of the Monsters. But yeah, I mean...
Oh, yeah.
I think Mortal Kombat's super old.
13 years.
Ricky, say, give me a song real quick
Hold on.
before we forget to put, and we just have like 5 minutes of awkward silence.
Bad. They have Dan Kroll, right? Dan Kroll.
Dan Kroll. Which one?
What songs do they have?
Mayway and
Compliment Your Soul.
From Nowhere.
From Nowhere.
From Nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it like
there
that.
it is. Jeez. 13
Right
years.
now, what's currently playing is 30 Seconds to Mars, The Kill. Great
Oh my
song.
god, that song is old.
Super. A lot of them, I don't know, I was feeling kind of nostalgic today, and so all of my songs I pick are just kind of throwbacks to like 2000s music, except for one song, which we'll get to momentarily. For the Metallica release, which is a big deal, because it's the first album that Metallica's come out with in 8 years. Their last album came out in 2008, so it's a pretty big deal. It's the longest time they've had in between 2 albums. So, and I haven't listened to all of it, but it sounds pretty cool. I was pretty excited for it. I've listened to most of it, and it's really cool. I think they did a good job with it.
The Rampage video game?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever have that?
Yeah.
Or for the N64?
Yeah.
Which one did you have it for?
What do you mean?
Which game did you have Rampage? Did you have it on the Game Boy or the N64?
I had the 64.
Okay. All right, I'm about to...
Wait, you see, it's about to pull up something super old, and I'm gonna want to jump out the window because of how old I feel.
All right. Oh,
All right.
my
How old are we
God.
talking?
All
First
right.
Rampage. I remember. God, I almost forgot about that
The
game.
game came out in 1997.
Oh, God, dude. I was only 3 years old, man. Oh, Jesus. That
I
ain't
was
right,
2 years
dude.
old when that game came out.
Oh, God, that ain't right. I was only 3 when that came out. Oh, God.
How old were you?
7.
7?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you remember? Yeah, 97. Yeah. Do you remember playing Rampage?
No.
Andrew's one of the
N64?
old geezers. of the
I didn't
station.
get an N64 until 2000. Played Sega up until then.
Which did you have the Saturn?
The Sega Genesis.
Oh, up until 2000. Did you have any other console?
Yeah,
Was that your first console?
Yeah. We had the original Nintendo. That was kind of my dad's. Like the Sega was me and my.
The NES.
Yeah.
Wow. I had a Super Nintendo that was my dad's. That was my first console.
Yeah, we never had the Super Nintendo, but we had the original.
Yeah. I used to play Killer Instinct on
I
it.
played Dr. Mario and Duck Hunt a lot.
Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario.
Yeah, I remember Dr. Mario. Game was cool. Anywho, yeah, so we'll have those awesome stories coming up momentarily. Thanks again, y'all, for watching. All
Wait,
that
so
cool stuff.
Andrew, that means you're a true '90s kid. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was born in '90.
yeah, he's a true '90s kid.
He's an actual 90s kid.
Yeah, we're like halfies. No, not
Halfies.
even. We're like millennials.
I used to wake up every morning and eat
We're
my,
2000s.
and eat my my Homer Rose. Those were like Simpsons themed like Apple Jacks.
How were the '90s, man?
They're pretty awesome. Not even gonna lie.
90s
and
are
then
cool.
I'd wake up, I'd eat my cereal, and I'd watch Carson Daly on TRL. And then I'd go to
Anyway, y'all, I'm going to switch it back. We're getting off topic. We'll be back in a few. Don't go anywhere.
And then I go to class.
Oh, man, doesn't that song take you back for all you millennials out there? The Kill, 30 Seconds to Mars. Welcome back, ladies and gents. We are now at the top of the hour of the Polar Opposites, and right now, as we always do, we find out some random stuff that we can find on the internet that you think you would be interested in, or you might consider awesome, and we present it to you today. So, Ricky, see what's awesome today.
We have a reboot from the Mortal
The Mortar Kombat. We're gonna shoot and murder
Motor Combat
in rapid succession against your opponent.
It'd be like a bunch of cars. It'd be like a derby. Motor Combat. That'd be a cool
Motor Combat.
Motor Combat.
I mean, they make a bunch of games like that.
like a derby
Like,
game.
well, like Burnout and like Twisted
Oh my
Metal.
god, Burnout was awesome. Anyways, before we go off topic, we got Mortal Kombat reboot movie gets a director. Re-movie. That's pretty much what it is, a re-movie.
Okay.
Vanity broke the news that Simon McCoy, known for his commercials
Ricky C's
for
trying to
Halo
figure out how to read, folks.
and PlayStation, will now be directing the Mortal Kombat reboot movie. Together with McCoy, some well-known names like James Wan, Michael Clear, Todd Garner, Jeremy Sten, Greg Rousseau, and Lawrence Kasanoff are the people that are supposed to be working on this Mortal Kombat reboot here.
Now, these seem like I did a little bit of reading into this. It's the same guy that directed like those Halo promo live action videos.
Yeah.
Okay, those are pretty cool.
I mean, and they were gonna make a Halo movie. I think it was from the same director too, but that fell through.
But I mean, this should be interesting. I mean, I think we've all been asking for an actual good Mortal Kombat movie.
The games are really good.
Well, obviously.
But I
the
don't know,
movies,
it's just
not
hard
so much.
It's hard to make a movie out of a
game.
video game. I mean, I think, speaking of video game movies, the new Assassin's Creed movie comes out in December here next month.
That should be cool.
It looks pretty good. It has Michael Fassbender, and he's a great actor. So, I mean, maybe this will be the movie that makes video game movies good, like for real.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of any one good video game movie off the top of my head.
So how you feeling about a Mortal Kombat movie?
I mean, Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation were the ones in the 90s. Those were awful. Those were absolute trash, but in a good way. It was funny to watch and fun to watch because they were just so bad. They were good. But I want like an actual good movie. That's
What were those
good.
rated? Were they like...
They're like rated R, I think.
I would imagine, because if it's Mortal Kombat...
It's Mortal Kombat, you have to make it rated.
You got to make it bloody and gory
Yeah.
and all that cool stuff. But I mean, Mortal Kombat sounds pretty dope. I love it. I can't wait for it. We've been asking for a good movie for over 20 years now. So I think everyone is asking for that. What else is
Then we got
cool out there?
Hardwired to Self-Destruct,
Woo!
a new upcoming 10th studio album by the American metal band Metallica.
Oh, I can't.
Will release as a double album on November 18th, 2016.
Man, it's super exciting because Metallica, this is the first album that they released since 2008. It's the longest time in between two albums that the band's ever had since Death Magnetic back in 2008. But I haven't gotten the chance to listen to the full album. It just came out a couple of days ago. But I mean, some of the local rock stations have been playing like nothing but Metallica, kind of in celebration, because I mean, it's obviously one of the most famous bands in the world.
I thought they weren't together anymore.
I mean, they kind of went through a rough patch where like some of the band members were leaving, but I mean, they're still together, still putting out albums. Yeah, it was looking kind of grim, but and they kind of kept it quiet for a little while until the last like 2 months, and they're just like, hey, we're about to drop an album, and everyone's like, oh crap, this is cool. So I mean, I thought it was kind of the end, which I'm glad it's not, because I mean, I've heard most of the album and it's pretty dang good. I think it's cool.
I haven't gotten the chance around to listen to it,
because I mean, Metallica is just one of those bands that like no matter what they put out, it's always going to be good. And, you know, when they took that much time out to, like, work on... And it's actually kind of like a double album. That's why it took so long.
How many songs are on it? Like 20?
20 songs are on there right now. So, I mean, it's a big album. There's a lot of stuff there. I've listened to some of it. Not the whole thing, because, I mean, it's a big album. But I'm going to definitely take some time to sit there and watch it. So, for all you rock fans out there, check out the Metallica release. It's available everywhere.
We're going to go into the topic of movies. The new King Kong Skull Island... movie coming out here in March, I think, of next year. Well, I saw the trailer, and dude, it looks awesome. I mean, the Godzilla trailer looked awesome too when that came out. I think it's by the same people that
Is it
made
the same guy?
I think so. And it looks pretty good because it's not just King Kong, and apparently they made him like he's huge. He's bigger than what he's supposed to be. Like they made him super huge.
Yeah.
And he's fighting. I don't know if he's fighting the T-Rex like in the original, but I know he's fighting other creatures, and there's other big monsters in there too. So I'm hoping this is like that monster movie that everyone was asking for, which like less time developed on the people and more time spent on King Kong and the monsters, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I want. I want to watch a monster movie, like like a brawl, you know, like that's what I want to watch. I don't care about the people. Right?
So you didn't like the King Kong movie that came out, what was it, 2003? The one that was made by Peter Jackson. Personally, I love that movie. I thought it was amazing.
It was good. I mean, it's pretty good. I don't know.
I guess, I mean, people, you know, were expecting, like you said, like a monster movie about King Kong, but they didn't realize it was like a retelling of like the classic movies about King Kong and like the relationship between him and the girl.
Right, and I understand that.
Yeah.
But I think maybe they're going to take a more approach for it's more concentrated on the monsters. Which I mean, like
it's cool. It's
like in Godzilla, Godzilla in total only got 15 minutes of screen time in the like hour and a half movie that it was. Which was ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's
like
Godzilla
they overhyped the movie, and it was wasn't great.
The original studio that made Godzilla, that created him, Toho, they released I think it's called Shinjugun Godzilla. Yeah, and it's really good. And so
I hope you got that right, because I hope you didn't just cuss everyone out in Japanese.
Yeah, I don't know. Shin Godzilla or something like that. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, it was in theaters, actually at the Draft House
really
for like a day. I almost caught it, but it was like an early show time.
And it's practical effects. It's not CGI. They actually used a suit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just like the original movies. And that's something that I think is what we as Americans just don't understand.
We just CGI too much and everything. Yeah. It's kind of funny because, you know... Not to go too much into it, but I guess in the 90s when like CGI was like really starting to become a thing, you know, with movies with like The Matrix,
and it was like movie that came out in the 90s.
Oh yeah, it was horrible.
That was awful.
Absolutely, but you know, it was such a big deal when we were starting to use CGI because it was like, oh man, this is the future of filmmaking. And it was, but now we have so much CGI that now it's more impressive when you have
now that, like,
practical effects.
Now that like I spend a lot of my time editing, you know, videos and shootings, it's like it's more noticeable to me to catch that kind of stuff now that I'm more aware of it.
Yeah, because you can kind of tell.
Yeah, and so, I mean, it's amazing what you can do with it, but I think it takes away from... When you use practical effects, it's more of like you're more involved and immersed in the experience. Because there's something actually in front of the camera rather than something digitally. That's what I think.
No, I wholeheartedly agree. But... going on to the music segment, of course, we talk a little bit about Metallica, so I can't just talk about a new Metallica album and not play a new Metallica song. So, here's a new Metallica song off the new album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. This one's called Moth into the Flame. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gents. It's the Polar Opposites Facebook exclusive show, the show outside of the main show.
Outside show.
So, alright, let's go ahead and give a preview of what to expect. So, we mentioned at the beginning of the show that, hey, we're going to do some Thanksgiving stuff. But you're probably wondering at this point, hey, you haven't really talked about Thanksgiving, guys. What's the deal? Well, don't worry. We won't keep you waiting too much longer, because our next segment is about 19 horrifying Thanksgiving. I don't know if we'll get to all 19, but we have a list of horrifying Thanksgiving dinner ideas from vintage food ads. And I always think it's kind of fascinating, to kind of look at, like, old advertisements. And it kind of, like, in a way, tells the history of America.
Right.
Outside from, like, what you see from textbooks and stuff. I've always thought that's very interesting, because, I mean, you can read a textbook and people can sway it, you know, what's the old saying? Victor is the one that tells history. Or,
yeah, the Victor, something like that.
Yeah, but you get the point. But I think it's kind of interesting, because obviously advertising is meant to persuade you, it's meant to convince you to buy this or that, you know, whatever. And so they use, like, a certain language, a certain style. And so I think it's interesting to look at, like, old ads and kind of say, like, oh, what was America kind of thinking about during this time? You know? I don't know. I think it's kind of fascinating in a way. And some of these are just downright weird, you know? Basically, it's just a list of, like, Thanksgiving types of meals and stuff you can incorporate. And some of these are weird, some of them are downright gross, and some of them just kind of, you question why you would even put that to begin with. But I think you guys will enjoy that, and feel free to share some extra examples within our comment section, if you will. You know, make sure it's family friendly, I guess.
A family picture.
Family show. That's what we are, sort of, kind of, maybe. Family show? We're kind of a family show, right?
I'd say so.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, whatever. I mean, the only thing that's keeping us family show is the use of language. No, it's kind of funny. You know, when we talk to some of our friends and family, when we're not doing stuff at the station, you know, outside of the shows and stuff, they ask, man, you know, how... I'm afraid I would go on there and start cussing up a storm.
It's actually really not that hard to turn on and turn off a filter.
As long as you're kind of aware. You don't have to constantly be thinking it. Just kind of, like, you know, watch what you say. It's really not as difficult as it sounds. Because believe us, whenever we're not doing the show, I mean, Andrew's over here. You could ask anyone. I mean, we're swearing like sailors.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
all the
it's
time.
ridiculous.
Like, my mother would be ashamed if she heard some of the things that I'd be saying whenever I'm not doing the show.
It's not pretty, but I mean, I don't know how.
I've actually kind of do it purposely now. Whenever, especially Elena. One of our co-workers, and we purposely, you know, like, I purposely just be, like, super foul-mouthed around her.
Oh, are you
because
serious?
I know she gets very uncomfortable, and so you can kind of tell she just, like, feels weird. She kind of makes a face, and so I purposely do it.
She actually,
because I'm a horrible person.
When she does say something, like, when she actually does swear, that means it's gonna be more impactful. Because then you're like, oh my god,
oh my god, like I set off something, you know. But yeah, I kind of do it purposely, because I know it makes her uncomfortable. It's funny to mess with Elena. I guess I'm just a horrible person.
But I don't know how that would work with people who don't have filters, you know, that just speak whatever's on their mind.
Well, I mean, then they couldn't do their own radio show unless you have a Sirius XM show, and you can say whatever the hell you want. But I don't know. I mean, I've never really, even when we were first starting, you know, as volunteer DJs, we never had that problem.
Maybe the first show or two, I had to, like, stop myself. But now it's like, I don't know, now it's just like...
It's whatever now.
Instinctful. Like, I can just turn it on and off.
Because, I mean, we do it week in and week out. So, you know, by this point, we've been doing the show... Well, we've been DJing for, like...
2.5 years.
2.5 years. We've been doing the show for 2 years. And so, I mean, we've never had a problem with it. We never slipped up, really, or said anything super bad.
There was once where...
It's maybe like an occasional innuendo or two.
Once I did... I don't know if it happened, but I did say something. This was like my first time DJing. And I said, because I forgot to turn the mics off. And I think I remember saying something, because the computer locked me out. If you don't move the mouse every 5 minutes, I was like, oh, and then, you know, whatever. And then Brian told me that my mic was on, and then I thought my career was over.
Oh, F. We're like, well, we barely got started. It's game over now. Just fun while it lasted. But I mean, obviously it wasn't too bad because they're still here. We have jobs now. We got 30 seconds left in the current song. Next up, we kind of changed up the order because I really wanted to play this Metallica song. But next up, we got some Dan Kroll. Tell us a little bit about Dan Kroll from Nowhere. How would you describe
pretty sure
this?
everybody's heard Dan Kroll, or at least those hipsters.
The hipsters.
A few hipsters listen to the show.
Pushing up the
it's a classic. It's known. Everyone's heard of Dan Kroll, or at least his specific song. So it's nothing new. I like it. I like his stuff. I don't know. I get him and Chad Valley confused. For those of you who know who he is,
like their style or like their names, or
their
both?
name, both. Both.
Okay.
But yeah, it's nothing new. It's just kind of like a top hit or a hit, you would say.
Oh, wouldn't that kind of go against the hipster ideology?
I guess so, but I'm not mainstream, or I don't care enough.
Yeah, literally just.
Yeah. I don't care enough to care.
I'm gonna give you so much crap for that.
I'm not mainstream.
I'm not mainstream.
Oh my god, in New York, you
I heard
wouldn't
it was-
believe. I thought like it was that the whole hipster thing was a myth. No, they're everywhere. They're in every corner.
I don't know. I
New
think,
York.
yeah. I mean, you see all sorts of weird people in New York. That even, if they're not hipsters or just homeless people, kind of weird. What is it? When we were in Philadelphia, we were taking tours, kind of walking about the city and stuff. We kind of figured out quickly that a lot of the homeless people there are kind of weird.
Yeah.
We encountered many people that were talking on their cell phones, but they were actually just like holding like a cigarette box up to their ear or something and just kind of
Oh
talking
yeah, and
to.
then there was this dude that would make this weird dance when he was on the cell phone. Or that was the same guy, and then like he took the cigarette box off of his ear, and then he started walking normally.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, not that I'm generalizing all homeless people are weird, but the ones we encountered.
I like New York way better than Philadelphia.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that's that ain't saying much. Not hating on Philly. I love Philly. It's a great town,
Philly's
but
it was a great city. But
it's New York.
New
I mean,
was
come on now.
Amazing.
One of the best cities in the
Amazing.
world. I have a lot of family, not specifically in New York, but like they live in Newark, which is like right by the coast. New York City. But it's been fun. It's been fun throughout this semester. It's gone by really quickly.
Too fast.
I mean, I can't believe it's already Thanksgiving, dude.
And
What the
we
hell?
have a week class left, and then we're done.
That's it, man. We're almost done. We are almost out of here. And then after that, spring semester comes, and we only got one season left of Polar Opposites, man. Season 6.
Wow.
That's crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy. I can't even begin to wrap my mind around it. I got a lot of things I want to do before we go out. We want to go out with the big shebang.
That means in the spring, we're gonna have to make the big blockbuster. The movie, the big one, the one that we've been wanting to make.
Oh, okay. I was like, we're making a movie out of this? Or like,
No.
A live show for the last show in the spring.
No, yeah, that was literally our plan, just like live
our
show.
last show. Yeah, no, seriously, we've been
Maybe.
planning that for like forever. Our last show, we want it to be a live show.
But, I don't know. We still got a little time to plan that out. But we got 10 seconds left in the song. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Some weird Thanksgiving stuff on the way. A little bit of Dan Kroll for y'all. That's From Nowhere and Moth Into the Flame. Kind of mixing up the pattern that we usually do for the music portion of the show. But I wanted to hype up that Metallica bit for a little while. So, what? Anyway, welcome back, folks. So, we're talking Thanksgiving, right? We just got off Facebook, and some of y'all probably thinking, hey, guys, beginning of the show, you said you were going to talk some Thanksgiving stuff, but you haven't done that yet. What's the deal? Don't worry, we got you covered. So, it's Polar Opposites. We like to get weird, right? We talk about weird things, weird subjects, weird stories.
Weird.
Not like too weird, but, it gets pretty weird. So, we have a list that we've gathered here about horrifying Thanksgiving vintage ads. Some of them are kind of gross, some of them are weird, some of them are actually fairly interesting. Ricky C, why don't you tell us a couple?
Here's one. Old gold cigarettes with turkey.
Now, Old Gold is a cigarette brand. It's not like
Yes.
literally golden
It
cigarettes.
looks like a And here's a little what the ad says. It says, long before the first Thanksgiving turned a golden brown over an open fire, tobacco brought peaceful relaxation and comfort to our forefathers. Ever since 1760, the makers of Old Golds have proved millions and millions of Americans with the world's best tobaccos. Yes, nearly 200 years ago, a tobacco experience unequaled by any other cigarette company makes Old Gold, regular or king size, a treat you can trust. You'll thank the day you bought your first carton. And so I don't know if this is like if turkey flavored cigarettes or if this is.
Would you smoke a turkey flavored cigarette?
No, I can't. I wouldn't even smoke a cigarette to begin with. But
No, yeah.
Let alone a turkey flavored cigarette.
I mean, it's interesting that really when you talk specifically cigarettes, there's already such like a rich history as far as the 20th century goes, of just the controversies about advertising for cigarettes
this
and
was
all
before,
that.
Advertising for them was banned.
Yeah.
So this is an old, very
So,
old.
that's actually kind of interesting. I actually kind of think it's an interesting way to put it. I mean, the picture here, it shows, just a regular turkey, a couple of cigarette cartons in it, and right now we kind of got like a half-lit cigarette.
I think it's just an ad for the cigarette for Thanksgiving.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, the
Black Friday sales.
The artwork for it's actually pretty cool. That's kind of one thing that I've always found kind of interesting about like cigarette ads, is that the artwork is always pretty cool.
Really good.
Not that I smoke cigarettes or anything. I think it's
the
gross.
golden age for like that, like graphic, like advertising.
Yeah.
Like that. I think it's like the 90s. I don't know. Just like kind of ads like.
Maybe more so the 60s. That's when it was like really, especially because of cigarettes, because it's such a booming industry.
Yeah,
so they had social ads. Okay, let's find out what we got next. All right, holiday vegetable loaf with apple rings, mashed potatoes, and cranberry turkey.
I do like cranberry, but I don't know if I would like it inside my turkey.
Yeah, I mean, it says it's easy to make menu magic. Turn the simplest dishes and dinners into healthful feasts of appetizing color and nourishing goodness. When you serve the freshness, controlled fruits and vegetables, truly, by serving more fresh fruits and vegetables, you can give your family better balanced, more nourishing meals. Okay, so this one's just kind of, I guess
it was
appeal
just
to more healthier
free recipe, so it's essentially what it was.
Yeah, they can't really tell exactly what the product is. I guess it just says fruits and vegetables.
This next one's just really weird. I don't
Okay.
know if, hot Dr. Pepper cocktails.
Hot Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, hot Dr. Pepper. Happy holiday idea, hot Dr. Pepper. A cup of good cheer. That's Dr. Pepper served hot. It's deliciously different. Easy to prepare. Just heat Dr. Pepper or Diet Dr. Pepper in a saucepan until steaming hot, then pour over a thin slice of lemon. If you're dreaming of happy holidays, join the proud crowd and enjoy hot Dr. Pepper. And this is a 1967 ad from Dr. Pepper.
All right, Ricky, so before we go any further, we like to play a little game every now and then called What Are the Odds? Right.
Oh, no, God.
So
no,
I'm about to present you one. Okay, so here's an interesting one for you. Okay. And let me explain the rules. So, what are the odds is, basically Ricky C. I'm about to challenge Ricky C. Ricky C picks a number. Let's say he says 10. 1 and 10 are the odds. Then we have to go choose a number between 1 and 10. And if we both arrive at the same number, then he has to do the challenge. So, Ricky C., what are the odds that we prepare a nice hot cup of Dr. Pepper and you drink it and we can put it on our Polar Opposites Facebook page?
I'm going to make this interesting and go 1 and 2.
Oh, okay. So 1 and 2. We're going 50-50 here, folks. So that means if we arrive at the same number, Ricky C's got to do it. If we get different numbers, then I have to do it. Okay. You know what? I'm down for the challenge. This is going to get interesting. So 1 and 2, okay? Count of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh,
Damn it.
Ricky C.
I was going to say 2.
All right, so check that out later. We'll buy some Dr. Pepper on the way back home. We'll have that Facebook video up later. A nice hot cup of Dr. Pepper. Do you want the lemon thrown in there?
I guess so. I guess we got to go full.
You got to go full out.
Full turkey, huh?
Okay, I mean, as weird as that sounds,
I'm honestly just kind of interested to see how it tastes.
I might have to take a sip of it though.
You've had it before?
I've had hot
Is it good?
What's it taste? Is it good?
pretty good.
Yeah.
Really?
It's a little weird, but you get used to it at first, and then you're like, we get over it after the weirdness of the first couple.
Is it like I can't say it
It's
over
just
radio,
like
but
it's warm.
it's like what?
It's like warm. We'll like throw like a little lemon. And,
So
like,
is
a
it
cinnamon stick in
is
there.
it fizzy or does it boil the fizz away?
It's not really fizzy anymore.
So it's just like
that's
it's like
kinda flat.
it's like flat. Well, I like flat sodas. It's weird, but I kind of like them.
Anywho, okay. Next up, we got Spam Birds.
Do you like Spam? I like Spam.
I'm
I like it
in-
cooked.
I'm indifferent. I don't really care for Spam,
It's
but
kind
I
of
don't.
like bologna.
Yeah, so we got Spam Birds. Kind of hard to read the ad. The print's kind of small. It says, wrap thin slices of Spam around your favorite stuffed turkey. Fasten with toothpicks. Okay, so this is, again, it's kind of a recipe, I guess. I basically, you just kind of take pieces of the turkey or whatever, like, your main dishes are, and just wrap portions
Oh
of
my
Spam
God.
around
This
it.
one is
It's
awful.
kind of weird. I don't know, but I mean, it looks kind of good. I don't know. Would you eat a Spam bird?
I do like Spam. I mean, I'd try it. I wouldn't not eat it. I mean, I'll eat anything. You know me.
True.
And so, I mean, I'd try it.
Okay. But this next one sounds kind of gross. I don't know.
It's
Tell us about it.
mayonnaise, Jell-O, and cranberry sauce candles, and it's exactly what I just explained to you. And the font here is a little too blurry to read, but I'll just try to read it. It says, "Who'd dream a salad so impressive would be made so easy to make? The delicious creaminess and fresh flavors of Hellmann's real mayonnaise makes it possible. Smooth, light Hellmann's mellows the tart cranberry to create a holiday salad with elegant new flavor and an elegant new candle shape. Serve it once, and you'll be asked to serve it again and again." Okay, it's weird because you're supposed to eat it, but in the picture it shows the candle, like the whatever it is, being burned with a candle wick, and there's a little wick on it, and it's on
Yeah, this
fire.
one, it looks kind of shady. I mean, the way it looks like a badly cooked piece of ham kind
Why
of
would you
wrapped
put
around a
Jell-O,
candlestick.
mayonnaise, and okay, what are the odds you bake a mayonnaise Jell-O cranberry sauce candle and eat it?
I guess it's only fair. Okay, this one will be harder to prepare and more disgusting. So I'm gonna say 1 in 15. Okay, I think I got my number.
All right, 3, 2, 1,
1.
4.
Woo! I was almost gonna say 3
Oh,
too.
my God.
Oh man, that would have been so. Okay, good. I don't have to eat
Okay.
the disgusting. All right,
Alrighty.
moving on. What do we got next?
We got mayonnaise on all things, keeping up with the tradition of putting mayonnaise on everything.
Which is a hit or miss for some people. You either like it or you don't.
I like mayo.
I like mayo.
I like mayo, ketchup, mayo, and fries. If you dip them together, it's delicious.
Yep.
But here it's just be a sauce boss with real mayonnaise. Hellsman.
A sauce box.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate the sound of that. I don't know
The
why.
ingredients here are a little too blurry for me to make out, but essentially what it is, it's just mayonnaise dipping sauces. They put
It just looks like a bunch of different kinds of mayonnaise.
mayonnaise on their ham, mayonnaise on what looks like cooked salmon, mayonnaise on their turkey.
Mayonnaise and salmon?
Yeah.
It's not really mixed very well.
There's somebody out there that likes it.
I mean,
Just like how
I guess.
Would you this is going off topic, but would you put maple syrup on your eggs and eat it?
Yeah, I do that all the time.
You do?
I mean,
All the time.
I don't do it purposely, but I don't like if it does.
Yeah, like if it accidentally gets like
Yeah, I
when
mean,
you eat
I
pancakes
don't-
and slips.
Your eggs are too close to your pancake.
Yeah, I'll eat it.
No, yeah, I can dig it. I guess.
So you do that
All the time.
Andrew
like
does
purposefully.
Yeah. Not a lot, just a nice little drizzle, just a little bit.
that. Interesting. Okay, but I mean, yeah. Again, mayonnaise is kind of a hit or miss for some people. I don't really mind it. I like mayonnaise.
I
I'm
do
not.
too. I mean,
I'm
I don't. Like
not a freak
lot of-
about it.
Yeah.
But I can dig it. This one kind of on the same boat, but this one says butter on all the things. Butter makes it taste much better. Naturally. The miracle base we give our miracle-based turkeys is butter. That's why maple leaf miracle-based turkeys are so much enjoyed by Canadians. Shout out to Nick A. Designated Canadian. And not just on traditional turkey days such as Christmas, New Year's, and Thanksgiving, but many times the occasion merits a scrumptious meal. My mom and my grandma, their famous saying is, butter makes it better. And I'm sure they stole that from Paula Deen, who kind of, we don't need to talk about Paula Deen. But I can get on board with this. I like butter. Is it horrible for your arteries? Absolutely. Do I care? Hell no. Not even a little bit. But I think, let's go ahead and save a couple more for the next segment. We'll come back to it. Let us know your thoughts. If you have any weird combinations that you'd like to do for Thanksgiving, we would love to hear your suggestions. But let's go into a quick music break. This one's Uprising by Muse. Classic, but a good one in my opinion. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome back, Facebook people, to the Polar Opposites Facebook Live exclusive show, the show away from the main show. Bet you're already getting tired of me saying that, but I'm going to keep on saying it anyway. So, Ricky C., do you in particular have any kind of weird things that you put into your Thanksgiving meal?
Weird things that I put in my Thanksgiving meal. No? No.
Like no weird side dishes?
I have maybe some weird things I put on food in general.
But just more specifically Thanksgiving.
No, I just kind of eat everything the way you're supposed to eat things. I eat my turkey with gravy and my ham with gravy, and I eat cranberry on the side. And what? Andrew
Marks has one.
Yeah. What about mixing your corn with your mashed potatoes and gravy?
All right. Okay.
I do that all the time.
I don't think that's weird.
That's not that weird to me. I can dig it. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I actually kind of do that a lot. Not Thanksgiving now that I think about it. But yeah, I do it all the time. I just kind of take the plan. I just kind of mix it all.
I never used to do that until KFC came out with the bowl when I was 15.
Dude, yes. I used to love those things. Yeah. Oh, man. Do they still do that?
They do.
Really? Oh, man. I might
Every
do
now and
one.
then, once a year, I get a craving for it, and I'll go get a couple of them.
Ooh.
For a meal.
What's it called? The mashed potato bowl?
Yeah.
KFC?
It's just a bowl, isn't it?
Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a big bowl of mashed potatoes. And
I used to make those when I used to work at KFC Taco Bell.
There?
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful.
Fast food, man, just kind of sucks to work at.
I never worked in it.
Food industry is awful.
I'm trying to think if I have any weird. Oh well, okay. It's not necessarily weird. It's just not traditional, I guess. But my mom, she always prepares a big bowl of rice for Thanksgiving.
Same. So does my mom.
So I guess it's not
same thing.
totally traditional, but it's not
Yeah.
weird because.
White rice?
Huh?
White
No,
rice?
Spanish
Mexican,
rice.
like
Yeah.
Spanish rice or something.
Yeah, my mom does the same thing.
Yeah, we kind of do
big bowl of
that.
Spanish rice, and
So-
sometimes we'll have Mexican food out there too. Just kind of it kind of mixes both
Yeah.
cultures together. It's pretty cool.
Now, Christmas time for us is when we kind of go a little more ham. Pun in, not.
Wow.
Shut up.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
but, I mean, I knew as soon as I was going to say it, someone's going to be crap for it. I'm going to kick my feet up for a second. But, we kind of go a little bit more of the Hispanic food route.
Yeah,
we'll have
my
some
parents
tamales.
will make tamales.
We'll have some bacalaitos.
Atole.
Yes, all that stuff. Andrew's just over here what are y'all even saying?
What are those things?
They're delicious is what they are, Andrew. Maybe you should have a Christmas meal with us sometime. We'll invite you over.
Dude, Christmas and Thanksgiving with Hispanics is just... Oh, I don't know about you, because apparently this isn't a problem in your family, but generally, people that have Thanksgiving with Hispanics, it's just a roast session, because all your family members are grilling you and stuff. They're like, "What are you doing with your life? Where's your girlfriend? How are you doing with your grades in school?"
Every day at KTXT,
Yeah, but no, it's more of and then,
Every day's a family.
And then it's weird because then you go and they treat Thanksgiving as a party. So we have two fridges, okay? Mostly this is typical.
I just noticed
Two
I'm being
fridges.
gross on camera. I'm just scratching my legs
It's
in front of
disgusting.
everyone.
So we got one
Sorry.
fridge full of sodas,
sorry.
juices and stuff. Another fridge full of beers, and stuff. And we play.
The
It's like an excuse to have a party. Pretty much is what Thanksgiving is for Hispanics. And so
Yeah.
they'll get drunk. Well, Thanksgiving, whatever, have the tradition, but then it's the after party. People will get drunk and stuff, and then you invite the 45 family members that you have come over, and your house it's like a 2-3 day kind of thing. It's weird.
Only thing different between our Christmas and Thanksgiving is Christmas we do ham instead of turkey, and then my mom makes this killer fruit salad, but she puts Bacardi rum in it, and because it's coconut. It's fruit.
Ah.
I'm a sucker for coconut.
You straight up just you get a little tipsy eating her fruit salad.
Can you taste it?
She makes it every Christmas Eve. Yeah.
What, does she cake it too much on or something?
Yeah, she does.
Does your grandma get?
I like coconut.
Does your grandma get lit off of it?
She actually doesn't come over for Christmas. We over to theirs for Christmas.
Okay.
But still,
I mean, because I never really have that problem necessarily, because it normally, we always have an exception, I guess, every few years. But most of the time, it's always just me and my immediate family, and we actually kind of just like to take that time and complain about other things. So it's not really a roast session. It's what are you doing with your life? It's man, you know what I hate about work? You know what I hate about this? You know what I hate about that? And we just kind of
Let me ask you.
We kind of laugh at each other's misery.
Is there any political talk or anything like that?
I had to leave the room because I can't stand it.
Really? So it's that bad? Yeah. I've never had that problem with my family. It's never.
Sometime, yeah. I mean, we never really argue about politics though.
Really?
We always kind of discuss it, But we never get into a full blown oh, you're wrong about this, I'm right about that. We never really usually have that problem. It's more so boy, how about Trump winning, huh? That's something,
Oh man, I can't wait to hear
you
that.
usually do a pretty good job about keeping it civil.
I've never had that problem.
So.
It's usually just gossip within the family.
Yeah.
And roasting each other.
Yeah, and I've never had that problem because we kind of know each other's business already, obviously, and all of our relatives live up in the New Jersey area. But it's mostly just all right, let's just laugh at each other's expense and work stories and just kind of
So it's what it's supposed to be.
Kind of, yeah. We kind of just laugh at our misery and just kind of make a joke about it because I guess we have a weird sense of humor in my family. But yeah, we're kind of weird.
If you've ever seen the Twitter hashtag Thanksgiving with Hispanics, it's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
I can attest to that. It's just I don't know. It's different. It's different. I mean, it's funny until it gets personal and they start grilling you for no reason.
Put my legs away before I gross out everyone on Facebook.
But yeah, that's what it is.
I totally lost my
I know my mom, she always grills me. I mean, my mom is the master roaster.
I mean, you're an easy target, Ricky C.
I guess so. And she's listening right now, so Mom, I'm waiting for your roasts. Waiting for you to fry me up. You're going to have another dish, and it's going to be me, because she's going to fry me on Thanksgiving.
Quick music update right now. Yellow Card, Only One is playing. I'm sure everyone knows that song.
I know that. I used to hear that song.
Yeah. Scream and launch it. Okay.
Is that on Burnout? No.
You're thinking the other one. But I mean, a lot of emo kids used to jam out to this song. Yellow Card's not really an emo band though; they're more pop punky-ish. I think they recently played a tour. I want to say
they did. It's the last time they're ever playing together.
Ever? Yeah.
My friend went to the last concert together in Seattle.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Man, that would be pretty cool. I wouldn't have mind seeing a Yellow Card concert. I'm not super into Yellow Card, but I dig this one album that it came off of. I'm blanking out on the name. Ocean Avenue, there we go. Yeah, Ocean Avenue is a great album. Didn't really care much for everything else.
You know what that just reminded me of for some reason? The ocean water from Sonic. I don't know why.
It's a good drink.
Yeah, it's coconut.
Y'all making me thirsty. Usually we get hungry, but now I'm thirsty.
I really want to.
You're drinking a mellow yellow right there. We're talking about ocean water.
God, that sounds so good right now.
Dang, could go for a nice cup of water right now.
Ocean water.
Wait, I have water right here.
Ah, man, now I'm thirsty. I'm out of the loop.
Anywho, y'all, thanks for listening to our Thanksgiving shenanigans. I'm going to throw it on Beck. Yellow Card, Only One, classic song. Check it out if you don't already have it on your Spotify playlist. We'll be right back with some more Thanksgiving weirdness. A little bit of Yellow Card to keep going throughout this Thanksgiving dish of the Polar Opposites. Welcome back, ladies and gents. So in case you're just now joining us, within the previous segment, we were talking about some classic vintage ads that kind of had some weird ideas and recipes that you could personally use for your Thanksgiving meal. Not ones that we would necessarily recommend, but let's go ahead and move on. I already talked about cigarettes. Ooh, this one's about beer. So this one, not completely out there. So I can't really. The beer's kind of blurred out, or the advertising kind of blurred out. But basically, essentially what the ad is showing is that, it's kind of a nice little get-together family, classic Americana, and everyone just happens to be enjoying a nice glass of brewski, along with their Thanksgiving meals, which, honestly, these days is really no biggie. I'm sure there's a lot of American families out there that kind of do it.
That'll be my first Thanksgiving.
But kind of seeing an advertisement about it is just kind of weird, because, it looks like a classic, like, hey, American family values and all that whatever stuff, and everyone's just drinking a beer. Even Grandma here has a nice cup of beer.
Cold one.
Which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Looks like Aunt Dolly over there on the right corner of it, and then my favorite is the guy. It looks like Frank, the dad of the family. He's just kind of chilling there. Big smile on his face, enjoying his beer. So, are they intoxicated? I don't know. Who cares? It's Thanksgiving. Everyone have a little fun. But there you go. So, beer with all the things for Thanksgiving.
I guess this one's this is for those who don't have any time to make a Thanksgiving dinner. It is a banquet frozen Thanksgiving TV dinner. A little insensitive here. Ye Indians are hungry tonight. Be a friendly pilgrim and serve your little tribe a real turkey dinner.
This is an actual ad, y'all. Yeah, not being funny.
Besides tender slices of succulent turkey, there's old-fashioned dressing, fresh-tasting peas, and mashed potatoes. Expensive? Indeed. No, just tastes expensive. And it is just a little... it just looks like a woman with a hat photoshopped on her head and a
happy Thanksgiving, pilgrims. Yeah, it's just a nice looking lady dressed as a pilgrim, and you Indians are hungry tonight. Not exactly
a little insensitive.
Not the most politically correct advertisement. But TV dinners were a lot more popular back then than they are now. Obviously you still have, now it's more so just like microwavable stuff, but kind of, I don't know, looks pretty good. Would you be willing to eat that?
I'd probably eat it, yeah.
I'd probably eat it if I was, broke for Thanksgiving. Okay, this one's kind of weird. Do you like oranges?
Yeah.
Do you like marshmallows?
I love marshmallows.
What if we have orange mallow yams?
Like yams? Like the,
like yams.
Okay.
So it's pretty much exactly how it sounds. It's just a big bowl of orange slices, yams, and marshmallows, just kind of compiled into one kind of dish. And it's basically just kind of a recipe from what it looks like. I don't know if you want to show the Facebook people, Ricky, see that.
It's weird here.
It looks kind of tasty though, but based on the ingredients, I don't know if I would personally recommend it. But as you can see there, Facebook people, it looks kind of good. I don't know. Ricky, say, would you eat an orange marshmallow yam dinner for Thanksgiving?
I'm not a fan of yams. And
is anybody like? I've never met anyone that's like, oh boy, I love yams.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, like I don't hate it. It's like I'm indifferent, I guess you could say. But yeah, interesting. I don't know. I could give that a try. Shout out to Mom out there if you want to. Actually, don't do that. I don't know if I would like that.
Here's a weird one. Clear mushroom soup with whipped cream.
Clear mushroom soup with
Yeah.
Okay.
It's there's nothing really here to describe it, but it's just.
What is clear soup?
Is
that just like hot water?
Yeah, I guess so. Just hot, clear broth with.
It's just a regular soup, but it's transparent. I don't know. Bada bing, bada boom. Forget about it. I don't know why I went full.
Is cereal there. A soup?
Are we getting into that conversation?
Yeah. Cereal soup.
Yes.
How about Andrew? Cereal soup.
Andrew Marks and Stu. What do you think?
Soup.
I've had that before.
Ice soup. So yeah, that's like a clear soup. Then it's literally just a bowl full of ice water.
But Andrew,
I think it's just hot water.
Cereal, is it a soup?
Okay, so it's like a recipe, right? So it says if you want to splurge, which that's not a word I'm comfortable saying over there.
Splurge.
That's what it says. If you want to splurge, and then it just has oysters on half shell.
Everything else here looks normal, except for the mushroom soup with whipped cream on it.
Why the whipped cream?
I think there's there. If you see the middle picture on the left, the bottom left, as like an avocado with orange slices in it. It looks like.
Do you like whipped cream?
Oh, I love whipped cream.
See, I like whipped cream, but in
I
this
love-
context, like, clear soup marshmallow, you're like, that sounds okay. But then you throw marshmallow into the mix, and I don't know how to feel about that. Like, maybe separately, maybe just, like, you mentioned cereal. Like, whipped cream in a cereal would make a little bit more sense, because it's sweet, you know, it's milk-based.
But when you mix sweet and salty things, I mean, it works sometimes, but I don't know if it would work for a mushroom soup. I don't know. It's weirdo.
It's interesting. What else we got?
We got frozen jellied turkey vegetable salad.
I don't like the sound of any of that.
It looks
at all.
There's nothing to describe this either. But if you want to show them what it looks like,
Okay, it looks like
is
a block of old cheese.
It's a block of cheese, and looks like there's some fruit in it, some peas, and some turkey slices inside. It's disgusting.
This looks absolutely gross. I don't know how anyone could put that in their mouth.
I don't know what it is.
Looks like it gives you really bad constipation.
Yeah, or something that would come out when you're constipated.
So, okay, let me get this straight. Frozen, frozen. That's already sketchy now. Frozen jelly turkey, kind of weird. And then frozen jelly turkey vegetable. Okay, now we're getting into this weird. And then you combine the whole thing. It's frozen jelly turkey vegetable salad.
At this point, I feel like you should just add some fruit in there. I mean, you got nothing.
I think this is why we have potato salad, because potato salad is great.
Yeah,
I love potato salad. It's great, but it's not a jelly turkey frozen vegetable, whatever the heck this concoction is.
Try to eat this.
This looks like an after project of a mad scientist. I would definitely not recommend that.
Probably be Thanksgiving.
This one, okay. Do you like bugles?
I love bugles. I love nacho cheese bugles.
This one I'm actually willing to give it a shot. It actually sounds pretty cool. Bugles, whistles, and Daisy's Trim a Tree dip. Okay, let's take a look. It's a little bit hard to read. It's recipes. So we got a package of cream cheese, a cup of shredded cheddar cheese.
I love cream cheese, especially on bagels.
Let's see. Half cup of crumbled blue cheese, tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Kind of hard.
Or Worcestershire sauce.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
And then, basically just kind of clump that all together, make a mountain of it, and then surround the bad boy with bugles. I don't know why this is on a list for horrifying dinner options, because this one actually sounds pretty good. I like the sound of it. Bugles and blue cheese. That's pretty cool.
Oh my god! While you were saying that, I had seen and even a really bad one, but we'll save that one for last. We got a pumpkin pie with black splotches of flavor magic.
That already just sounds.
Yeah. It looks like mold
not right.
on a pumpkin pie. Make a tastier turkey dressing and a pumpkin pie with old-time flavor magic. This Thanksgiving, enjoy the finer, extra flavor of McCormick. Pure spices and seasonings. And the text here is a little too blurry for me to make out here as well. But it looks like black splotches on a pumpkin. I love pumpkin pie.
Oh yeah, who doesn't?
But good lord, I don't know if I'd eat that.
I think pie is my favorite part about Thanksgiving.
All right, pie or cobbler?
Yes.
Pie. I love cobbler, don't get me wrong.
Andrew says yes, so he goes
cobbler's great, but pie. I'm going pie. I love pie. Pie's great.
I love it like nice hot pie with milk and whipped cream on top.
Apple pie after Thanksgiving? Yes, sir. Okay. You mentioned you had a gross one for the last one. I think we got time for that last one. Please, give it to us.
Leftover turkey with mayonnaise and Jell-O.
Oh.
Jell-O makes leftover turkey taste like Thanksgiving
all
over again.
What even am I looking at right now?
You see it, right? It's
okay, Andrew, what do you think of that? Does that look appetizing at all? I don't know how to feel about that.
No.
That doesn't look appetizing, even a little bit. I'm going to show Facebook
looks like
real quick.
dog food.
It kind of does look like dog food, man. I don't like this. Okay, go, what is this concoction, Ricky C?
Well, I can't make out the ingredients, but what it looks like it's a Jell-O, which looks like they put in that circular bread pan, and they just stuffed like bits of turkey inside of it. I don't know what flavor of Jell-O it is. I mean, it sucks because I love Jell-O. Jell-O's delicious.
This might literally be dog food.
Yeah, but this looks disgusting. It's just like, have you ever seen, the whole, like the circle kind of halo pan?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, and then they just shoved. leftover.
we were talking about how
turkey
excited we were getting for Thanksgiving, and this is making me a lot less excited for
Wow, I
Thanksgiving.
actually don't want to eat anything.
All right. Folks, so, we're going to move on. We'll be back with Polar Opposites Pro Tip. We'll make it Thanksgiving related, so don't go anywhere. This one's sort of kind of fitting, but also kind of depressing. It's Suicide Sunday, and what better time than to play it on a Polar Opposites Sunday by Hippo Campus. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few moments. All right, y'all. Welcome back. Our last Facebook exclusive of the Polar Opposites, the show outside of the main show. Okay, so we were talking about pie versus cobbler. You said.
Yes.
So I'm a pie guy. I love cobbler. Don't get me wrong, cobbler's great, but pie, nothing beats good old fashioned apple pie right after your Thanksgiving meal.
Apple pie. Yep.
I mean, tradition is we always eat.
Who likes apple pie?
Huh?
You know who likes apple pie?
Who?
Jason Biggs from American Pie.
Oh, duh. Okay, I was like, no, I feel bad that I did not get that reference at first. Shame on me. But it's fine. It's always kind of tradition. Not really purposely, but it always just ends up happening, right? We have the main kitchen in our house, and where we always eat. But whenever it comes to like special meals, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, things like that, we always eat in the dining room, which is like a room over from the kitchen.
Does anybody ever use their dining room in their houses?
Well, I mean, for that, like, other than that, yeah.
Just for those occasions? Because I
Just
know
for
a lot
that.
of people have, like, tables in their kitchens to eat. And, like, no one... Like, I've never... The dining room... You've seen my house. The dining room in my house, we've never used it. Ever. Like, ever. It's just there.
It's just there?
Yeah, like, we have a table.
I think everyone has that kind of thing.
Yeah, so...
That's how it is at my parents' house, too. We have a formal living and dining room, and we hardly ever use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
That's
sitting
like my
there.
mom's piano and nice couch and stuff, and then no one's allowed to go in there and sit.
Really?
And then no one's allowed to eat at that table.
Ever?
Ever.
Until, like, you guys have a special occasion?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, I mean, other than that, kind of going off that, yeah, I mean, we only use it really for those two meals, and that's basically it. So we go in there, we always have our food, talk, catch up, all that cool stuff, right? And then we eat the dessert. We always move over to the family room / TV room where we always watch football, whatever game is on at that time.
Oh, God.
And then we always eat so much pie that all the guys end up, like me, my dad, and my brother, we always just pass out. We always fall asleep mid-game and everything because we pig out too much at Thanksgiving, have too much pie.
Wow.
And then, like, within 30 minutes afterward, boom, out like a light. Every time. And my mom's just like, well, now I got to clean up all this crap that you boys
Is
left.
it just you, your mom, your
Just
brother?
me and my immediate family, yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's just it.
So, yeah, it's not like we bring the whole family together because, I mean, that'd be a
Sometimes
pain.
we have a dog and we have him eat at the table. It's weird, I know, but we do it. I mean, I would do it.
You have,
He's
like, a
part of the
separate
family.
table for the dog?
No, he sits at the table.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, you have his own chair and everything.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
He's
here's
an old
your...
man now. I don't know if he'll be able to, stand for that. Like Dito. Yeah. It's a little white fuzzball.
Let's see. Has anyone else commented, or have we been neglected on Facebook? Let's see what people
Probably
will
been neglected.
it's always good to be neglected. So depressing.
Like the father that never loved you.
Joshua A. Martinez says, hot dew with
Hot
peanuts
DP.
is off.
Hot Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
think is what
okay.
meant to
I was
say.
like, what now? Let's see. Alex Brown also said Black Angus steak. I'm assuming she's talking about Quiznos. Alex, if you're still listening, abso-freaking-lutely.
Yes, that's what I was meaning to say.
And that's really all we've gotten. Not a whole lot of views on this episode. But, that's all right. I don't get that offended, right?
Did y'all see Sean Dooley? What he said?
What did Sean Dooley say? It's not.
He said Hunter looks different.
It looks different, huh?
Oh man. It appears you have been roasted, Ricky C.
I always
by
get
Sean
roasted.
Dooley.
I'm amused
Shout
by
out
it.
to you, Sean. I don't know why I'm not seeing your comment, but appreciate the listen. Man. Oh, we need a pro tip. Let me see. While I can find one.
What?
Hot dew with peanuts.
Well, I guess I meant Dr. Pepper. I was like, man, that don't sound right at all,
Yeah,
man.
but what he's talking about, I remember like Josh Abbott, the country singer.
Yeah.
He always like tweets or something that he does Coca-Cola with peanuts.
Oh yeah, isn't that a thing where like you put peanuts inside your Coca-Cola? And you
Oh no, yeah, I've heard of that.
What is that?
What is the point of that?
Something that people like, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, like, I've never tried
Is
it
that a
personally.
Southern thing?
I guess.
I guess so. I mean, yeah.
Apparently that's an idol thing since Josh Abbott does it.
Huh.
It's interesting. I don't really know. But let's see if I can find a polar opposites pro
I found
tip.
one.
Okay. All right. Well, we got about a minute 30, and then we have to kind of wrap it up and make it short. And then we got to do the sign off. So that will be on the way momentarily. But we thank all you guys. We hope all of you have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Poopy.
Not that. Thanksgiving. Hopefully you all enjoy Thanksgiving. Obviously, the show won't happen next week, so sorry. We're going to take a week off for a break to be with our families and such, so don't get too bad. But if you want to catch up, all our Polar Opposites episodes are on the page, so check those out. If you're ever missing us, we're not too far away. But it's been fun, man. Thanksgiving's on the way, one of my favorite holidays of the year. Can't wait to be back in San Antonio. I'm going to be leaving this Wednesday morning. So,
Same.
should be fun stuff.
They're going to fly out to
There goes my cell phone.
North Carolina. It's going to be great.
Sarcastic. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, we got about 30 seconds left in this song by Max Frost, White Lies. Check it out on the Spotify playlist, and we'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. All right, y'all, welcome back. White Lies by Max Frost. Well, that's about it for today's show. Thank you so much for listening. And once again, for all you Facebook people, thank you so much for watching and your continued support and all that cool stuff. We hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. But before we go, we got to leave you with a pro tip before we come back in 2 weeks. Ricky C, what's the pro tip?
All right, coming with the cold weather. I know Lubbock is finally getting that, that fall weather that we have all been anticipating. Well, I have, at least. So here's a pro tip for you guys. When you add cream to your coffee, it will actually stay warm 20% time longer than if you didn't. So adding cream to your coffee will leave it warmer for a longer period of time.
Ooh, well, awesome. Well, thank you, Ricky C, for that Polar Opposites pro tip. Thankfully, I like coffee, so I'm probably going to give this a shot myself.
Same-o.
All right. Well, there you go. Go ahead and try that for yourselves and see what you think. But as for us, we're out of here. We'll see you guys in about 2 weeks. Enjoy your time with your families or whatever you have planned for your Thanksgiving. Lots of football, lots of food, all that cool stuff. As for us, we are out of here. I'm DJ Stormtrooper.
I'm Ricky C.
We're going to leave you with a little bit of Freebird. See you next time. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.